money that I don't accept.
Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Get a move on, agents. The world doesn't have all day.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the finals of the Logitech Esports League India 2021. I'm Zach, and with me is Rex Streams today, and we're going to be your casters for this best of five that's going to be happening today. How are you feeling, Rex?
Really excited, especially after last night's game. We saw some really interesting things coming out from both ends. In reckoning, they had a solid performance against Valor, and the same can be same set for Punished. Who really showed us what they're made of coming into the two maps. So excited to see how these two titans clash. Especially after they've been put to the test by each and every team in the tournament.
I agree. They've certainly come a long way, starting right from those qualifiers into the group stages, and finally now we're here after all this culminating in the grand final. So I think that they definitely have their eyes on the prize. It is going to be a fight for this massive prize pool of 75,000, and I think that both of these teams want their hands on the lion's share of the money. It's not just that though; it's going to be bragging rights. You could call yourself Logitech Esports League champions, and of course, the best player will also walk away with a bunch of Logitech merc as well as a new mouse. So I think that there is a lot on stake here. It is going to be really, really exciting to go forward. Let's take a look at the prize pool that we have lined up for the players today.
Yeah, as you did mention earlier, the 75,000 INR prize pool will be split into two for the team that wins the best of five and the team that ends up losing the runners up. The first place team will take home 50,000 rupees, while the second team takes home 25,000 INR, which is a huge share as well. And the best player of the tournament, there's something that rewards your skill coming into this tournament as well. So yeah, there's going to be some LogitechG merch for them, jacket, t-shirt, and a mug to go with it, alongside the G402, which has been a premier FPS mouse, which I think anyone would love to have given the number of features it has to help you play.
Of course, yes, the 402, one of the more classic mouses on the market right now. Definitely, a fan favorite, I would say. And it's always nice to have that. Even if it's not your usual mouse, it's always nice to have an extra mouse because you never know when one might stop working, unless of course you're using Logitech. Either way, though, we have seen very domineering performance coming in from both of these teams, be it Reckoning or Punished. Let's take a look at the lineups. We're going to start with the Reckoning lineup first, so we can see exactly what players we have coming in today. We will be looking at Lost, Panzer, Godspeed, JN, Trist, and Orange Leaf. So I think that we saw Panzer absolutely demolish yesterday on his controller role, both on that Astra as well as that Brimstone. Definitely a standout. I really hope that he manages to put in like a similar performance going in today. Another player who is very talented and definitely makes a huge impact is going to be Trist. We've seen him on the trays. He's just farming for kills, it seems like sometimes, and it is going to be really exciting to see how him and the rest of his team managed to pull through for the side of Reckoning.
Yep, definitely. Let's in this process, let's not count out the other players. Lost, definitely, we know we saw him really do well on the breach with his perfectly timed flashes and the rest of his utility. On the server, also, we saw him having huge impact. We did speak about the number of assists he had farmed for himself yesterday. And JN, we did see someone who wasn't in a position to put up those numbers, but we did speak about how one of the rounds that really stepped up, flipped the game for Reckoning, and potentially could have been the reason they won. And Orange Leaf, we've spoken about the Sentinel. He makes sure that Reckoning never get flanked, and he's really watching those flanks really well. And all of this, the credit goes to Godspeed, who has been their coach throughout the entire process.
Definitely, he does deserve a lot of credit for bringing his team to the position that it's in right now. And I think that based off the coach as well, though, they are doing a fantastic job, especially how really like how they play as a team is just very clean coming in. We saw that against Valor. That was a key differential yesterday going in. But let's look at the lineup coming in for the side of Team Punish, though.
Yep, definitely. We've spoken about this lineup so many times. We've spoken about the duo of Baby God and Jojo really locking down those sites on the Killjoy and the Astro rolls, respectively. We've spoken about that duo of Flex and Immutable. We've never felt short of words about Flex running the Phoenix on all maps except Bind and Icebox base, which is the Raze and the Sage, respectively. Immutable, does this man really need an introduction when he has an operator in his hand? So yeah, he's definitely done very well for himself. And lastly, but not the least, we have Kawhi for them. We've spoken about how he really came in clutch for his team with that crouching. Yeah, and he's going to be playing the Sova dedicatedly. We haven't seen him, touch up on some Sky, which has taken a lot of popularity recently. So interested to see how we see them coming up for the rest of the game.
Yep, like you mentioned, Immutable, more than the operator, I'm more intrigued by his Blade Storm. We saw him pop off
Hmm.
multiple times, like all those fancy Korean shit videos, sealed down videos that we watch on YouTube. It seems to be a more Indianized version of it, but nevertheless, he always does have those huge impacts, whether it's going to be off the back of a rifle, an operator, or just his Blade Storm. I think that a very underrated player for this team is going to be. Jojo, because while he might not have the raw fragging power as the rest of his team, he does create a lot of impact with his utility being timed perfectly, especially with YB God in conjunction with YB God off the Astra, gravity wells, as well as the Killjoy Nano Swarms. Multiple rounds we've seen that combo work out. I think that they will be trying to do the same stuff today. YB God again going for that Killjoy on a map where most teams seem to prefer a Cypher is definitely exciting to see how he is going forward into the games. Either way, though, we will be looking at the map veto coming in. It is going to be a best of 5, and this is going to be the order of the maps that you're going to see being played today. First of all, we're going to have Team Punish choosing Icebox as their first map. One of the more popular maps of the tournament. Again, Immutable just showing so much potential on that jet. I feel like it's one of the maps where he's playing really confidently with the rest of his team as well. Map number 2 being picked by Reckoning is going to be Haven. Again, one of those maps that both these teams seem equally comfortable on. So I'm pretty excited to see how it's going to shape up going forward. Map number 3 is going to be Ascent. Finally, we will be seeing Ascent split and white coming into this tournament. I think that both Rex and I are going to be really happy about that. What do you say, Rex?
Yeah, definitely. Xbox would be we did see Team Punish do really well against OS yesterday on it, so it's no surprise that they want to play it once more. Coming out Haven, we did speak about how Reckoning really, like to, punish aggression and get a little bit aggressive themselves on this side burst. So yeah, interesting to see how they play out over here. And the rest of the 3 maps are going to be the maps that we get to take a look at for the first time in the tournament, if I'm not wrong, except Bind, which I think we saw yesterday coming out between Valor and Reckoning, which was the second map. But which Reckoning also managed to win comfortably. So yeah, I'm just really excited to see the maps coming up and how they will really pan out. But now let's talk a little bit more about Icebox. That's going to be our first map of the day. And on Icebox, we have received information that uh, that attackers team punished are going to be in the attackers role, where the defender side goes to Reckoning.
I think that the side of Punish should be feeling pretty happy about that, because Icebox is one of those maps where if you're careful when you're attacking, you can really take a lot of control depending on the agent comp you're running as well. And so far, Punish seems to be running a pretty stable agent comp. They usually do go in for that single duelist lineup. I mean, when you have somebody like Immutable on that jet, you don't really need a double duelist. However, we did see the double duelist come in yesterday, if I'm not wrong, for their side. So it might end up. We might end up seeing a player on that Reina again. It depends to be seen how it's going to go, because Ivy got, of course, very remarkable on that Viper as well. And both of these team comps do seem to be working out pretty well for the side of Punish. But Reckoning, meanwhile, I'm wondering what they're gonna really go for, because again they do seem to be the kind of team that favors the double duelist comp. And will they opt to go in for that extra sentinel power with Killjoy, or are they gonna go in for a Nida or a Race? It remains to be seen though, because again, these are teams that have players who can play very versatile agents, and the agent picks that are going to be coming in for the map as we go forward might differ.
Yeah, definitely. In most cases in Icebox, the jet role doesn't change, but the secondary duelist that's going to be a Phoenix Raze on the other maps usually has 2 options. Either one of them is to switch over to the Reyna, the second one is to switch over to the Sage. While both are pretty common, we have seen a lot of Reyna coming in this tournament as well, and a little bit of Sage coming out. Like for Flexo, one is going to take over that Sage who's been the Phoenix on the other maps, but that allows Jojo to enter the Reyna role, which is something we don't see him very often on. This is the only map I think we see him on Reyna for. But I'm not interested to see what Trist comes out with throughout this tournament. We've seen him run the Raze and the Phoenix, but we haven't really seen him step into other roles. Zach.
I mean, that's the advantage of having a six-player lineup. He might not have to if he doesn't want to go in for that race. He might want to take a break before the other maps where race is going to be integral. Either way, though, you never know. He might end up playing. Some other role and surprise all of us. Icebox is one of those maps where it's good to be running. There are multiple comps that can work out. The one that you see the most often is going to be the single duelist one, of course, with featuring Jet, usually a Sova instead of a Sky. Sky did see a surge in popularity initially, but I feel like Sova has become the initiator of choice going forward, especially because of that drone, which is so good to clear out all those pesky angles on that B approach. It's always awkward when somebody's just sitting there with a Bucky or a judge and gets like half your team if you don't check it. Personal experience.
Yep.
But either way, uh, again, like we've mentioned multiple times before, Viper is going to be the controller of choice for this map, and kind of. Defense she also provides to your team on top of whatever you get from Sage or Killjoy is really going to be important as you go forward into the round. Either way, though, that does seem to be the case, and we will be going into the map right now.
Ooh, right off the bat, we see something really interesting coming out that looks like Trist could be teasing a Sova Sky. He's really just messing with us right now. JN though should be on that jet that we expect him to be, while the rest orangely has gone to the Killjoy. Pretty staple choice in terms of the controllers for this map. Lost is locked into the Sova, Panzer on his Viper, which now, and with JN now eyeing the jet, one would assume that Trist moves on towards the Sage. Jojo, as we expect, this is the only map we see him play duelist. That's going to be Reyna. Sage for Flex, Baby on the on the Viper, excuse me. Kawhi Sova and Immutable on his trusty jet. Yep, Trist does go in for the Sage in the end. Was just really messing around with us, trying to see if he could see something interesting. But yeah, with Reckoning on the defense, do you think they have an inherited advantage, potentially into winning this advantage or into winning this map? Or do you think, Team Punished are going to come out with something strong and right out, just show their strength and dominate the first half, maybe?
I think both teams have gone in for an agent comp which they might find optimal, because when you are going to be attacking, that having that firepower on that extra duelist is always going to be useful. The Reina's Leas with Jet Dash will be able to do quite a bit of entering side, will make entering the site easier for the side of Team Punished. However, having the double sentinel on defense is also going to prove very important for Reckoning. So it's just going to come down to which team can play their side of the map better, and how the trades are going to be coming in for both these teams. Either way, though, Tris paused for a second. It looked like he was going to go in for that Yoru. I was excited for a bit, but sadly, the Yoru fan club lives to cry another day. Doesn't seem to be happening. I think that it does seem to be shaping up to be a B approach right now, coming in for the side of Team Punished. The recon coming in from Reckoning will reveal that mid is relatively clear right now. Immutable just floating his way through life, making sure that B-Long is clear. They do seem to be playing this relatively far away. I think they are going to try and go in for a 5v5 retake, but as I say it, Panzer again starting off things with the bang, getting that first kill on the board, and Flex though he will take the long road around and get the trade. So it is going to be a 4v4 retake right now. Spike should safely go down. The Sage takes a lot of damage, but should be able to heal herself, as Immutable will get a kill instead. Two of the players on the side of Punished are low right now, and Lost Box takes on one of them. The Sova is really low as well. However, the Reyna is still alive, and having her get that overfield can really be a problem for the side of Team Reckoning. JN meanwhile will take down Immutable with the Frenzy. It is going to be a 2v2 right now. One player low on each side of the team, but Jojo should be at 150 HP. He is capped, and it is going to be a 1v2 right now. Dinks the Reyna, but 150 HP. When you're on 150 HP, what's the dink? It is going to be the round going in the favor of Punished. That Reyna overheal proving to be a massive game changer for the side of Team Punished.
Yep, Reckoning not able to hold on to the side despite Panzer swinging out and getting the first kill. Flex though really did a good job of wrapping the site there, which not only granted them additional map control, which burned time of the clock coming into the retake, but also, allowed them to get the kill onto Panzer, who could have been, a little bit of an issue coming to the post plant, maybe with his mollies and other utility. He did have a retake type wall coming in, which would have helped him, the team of the retake. This time around, we do see a mid execute coming in from the rest of Team Punished. They're really running it down over here. Viper wall comes out, and Immutable's also going to get the dash in. Honestly, trying his level best to get a kill. Won't be able to find anything here. And now, with the rest of Reckoning opting in for this gamble stack towards the B side, they might just be in trouble over here, as there's so many attackers they're gonna have to deal with. Maybe God's position is unknown. He finds one kill, looking for kill number 2, but then Shorty goes a miss. Tris though does manage to get one kill for his trouble, and now it's just down to lost 2 falls eventually as well. And a pretty strong round coming out for Punished, losing only one member. Immutable does lose a little bit of his armor, which will prompt reinvestment for him, but nothing's lost at the end of the day.
And the advantage is that one of the players didn't even have a gun. They were playing on a ghost, so they were able to pick up that Spectre that was dropped as well. So no real economic loss coming in for the side of Punished as well. This is going to be the real round though. I reckoning is finally going to be able to afford their full buy. We see all those players on their rifles versus Spectres for most of the opponent teams. So the question is, what is going to be the start here? Are they going to try and the start does seem to be rush B. There is Jojo just holding, waiting to see if anybody's going to push mid, but it does seem to be a pretty straightforward B rush right now. The drone will clear off the closer angles, and the Sage will be waiting. It just box is very close here, just waiting for the people to approach. The Rosova Recon will spot the player down mid, knows that there might be somebody coming late, look, so they're going to be pretty careful about it. The Viper wall and the plant should be going down here very safely. The Sage wall will protect anything from damage. Here's the reload, and Immutable will push through, but gets killed. Panzer meanwhile getting 2 more kills onto Flex and Kawaii. It's going to be the Viper and the Reyna left right now. There is a flank coming through as well. JN is flanking, and he should be able to comfortably get both of these kills. They didn't hear the updraft. The defuse is already here though, and it's going to be just 2 players left alive right now, as as Lost Boss will be taking them down. A 3k on the round for him. He should be feeling very happy with himself.
Yeah, that's extremely weird, Rod. Given the fact that Team Punish managed to fight side extremely earlier on, and then they just fell down as a stack of cards. I think Flex's wall was misplaced, as it really left like a gap, like for the defenders to safely defuse the spike, and that's exactly what we saw coming through the previous round. But yeah, the rest of Reckoning were able to pretty much mop the floor there. Lost, I think, had a 3-piece for himself in the round on the back of Panthers 2k, and they really shut it down.
Definitely. It is going to be a buy coming in for the side of Punished, I believe. And they seem to be trying to hit that A side right now. 2 players already here. We have the Jet as well as the Killjoy at the backside. Lost Boss as well comes in for some help. Gets a kill. Each of them are doing the jobs right now. It's going to be just 2 players left for the side of Punished right now. Just the Sage as well as that Sova. Lost Boss getting 1 more kill onto that Sova. It is going to be just Sage left right now, waiting for somebody to flank. It gets stacked up a bit, but manages to heal up. They know her position right now, and she's going to be aggressively pushed by the players of this team. Takes a lot of damage. Spots one coming flank as well. She has to take this fight. Flex will be able to take 1 player down, but Lost Boss is there for the trade. Again with a 3k on the round. Feels like he's just playing deathmatch here.
Yep, definitely. Great round coming out from Reckoning. Is really shut down this A side hold over here. Just really strong for them. Each member from the team chiming in with their own kills, and Lost really was on the quick rotation. Landed a really good shot coming here. And with having lost 2 rounds in a row, it's gonna force the rest of Team Punish to be on an eco round where they don't have the best opportunity to work it. While Reckoning, their opponents are going to be armored to the teeth, and they also have an operator picked up on Jane this round.
Yep, Jane will have that operator, and he seems to be holding down the B side. As I said, he will get that first pick onto Flex and reposition to a better angle so that people won't expect him. Meanwhile, though, the lurker running down by Jojo will be taken down by the Sage. Lost Boss as well making his way down, getting another pick. It is going to be just a Sova left right now. Spike is dropped as well, and the question is, will he really be able to do anything? It gets spotted out, and it will be the classic coming in for Jane, as a flawless round will come in for the side of Reckoning. I don't even think anybody took any damage there.
Yep, I think someone took damage towards the end. One of the classic right clicks from Kawaii connected for some damage, I think. But yeah, let's talk about this run now. This is going to be extremely crucial for Team Punish to win. Given the changes to the economy, a lot of teams have felt it easier to chain rounds together, given the fact that the new weaponry is so much more expensive, and the same goes for the new utility is so much more expensive. So teams can opt in. It's much easier to string rounds. Jane this time around will be going in for a little bit of an aggressive shot here. The Recon does spot him out. He's not going to be able to hit a shot this time around, and will be forced to back off as the utility catches him. Lost is going to string out a Hunter's Fury right now, which has got a little bit of damage there, but no kills being secured, and Jane's life is being made harder with that tag. But just as I say that, he's going to find kill number 1 for himself. Trades go all around, but Reckoning are still in the driver's seat. Just as I say that, Webby gets a kill for himself and is able to pop his Viper's Pit there as well. Now the round has certainly become a little bit harder for Reckoning to fight back into. They do have the retake wall coming in, but the blade storm from JN, it's good. He finds one kill. Kawhi though with the instant trade. Lost finds a kill for himself. Now it's just down to Kawhi. 1v2 positions. Mike's only tapped to half, and just to say that Lost keeping up to his good form is going to find one kill. Operator recovered for them, and Reckoning really coming back at this game and showing us what they meant of with these iron strongholds.
Yep, they are really proving the trades are just lovely coming in from them, and they really a great job at getting as much damage as they can while holding the site as well as trying to retake it. So I think that is definitely wonderful to watch this kind of gameplay coming in from them, especially with that Viper ult, you know. He's choosing to utilize that blade storm, try and get a pick rather than worry about just using the operator. These decisions coming in from these players is very high tier, and it's pretty efficient to watch. It is going to be a mid rush coming in, multiple players down mid. It's going to be just Trespass at this angle here. Gets blinded and will have Panzer to back him up. However, even if he's low, gets one kill and will back away. Should be able to get a little bit of healing as well. Baby God will be able to take on Panzer. Revive will come through as well, but Trespass is down to stop it. It is going to be a 4K for the Sage. Does get dicked, but unfortunately, the Phantom, just doing Phantom things won't be good enough.
They're definitely Reckoning round by round have really been shutting down this aggression, and I guess that's the beauty of this, you know, this utility like Viper though doubles up towards becoming a sentinel on defense. The Sage slows, and even Killjoy utility that really gives them early information about what Team Punish are looking to do. Now Team Punish are looking at another eco with just a hero rifle coming out from Immutable. No mind, he sells that one as well. Doesn't have the Blaze to work with this round, so yeah, they're hoping to strike gold over here as they come in. Looking to send out a little bit of a fake here, but Jay, and though despite getting tagged, still resists, and he's gonna get one kill for himself. Looking to get the trade, but he's just gonna be feeding the confidence. Jay, and though he's in a shooting gallery right now, as he's found 3 kills for himself and really shut down Team Punish's attack though this time around. Jay, and still looking to, you know, get a little bit more aggressive, hunting for the ace in here, but just as I say, the Team Punished are opting for another route. They are looking to exploit this mid angle, but it's going to be so hard for them as Trist and Lost are holding such awkward angles to fight into. But with the tube wall out of the way, they are going to be forced to, you know, expect this, and Lost is expecting exactly that. Jojo walks right into his crosses to find kill number 1, and with the spike drop, Immutable is there for the trade. Does manage to get the headshot. The big kill is far away, and the classic comes out from Triss to finish the job. 6-2 as Reckoning really looking to solidify their first half and hoping to find a really dominant lead.
Yeah, I think that it was pretty unfortunate that they all just went for the peek into the operator one by one there too. It was just very hard. I think Jane was just having fun there, getting all those multi kills. It is going to be the eco though, so this round, the next round they will have a full buy coming in from Team Punish. The tactical timeout has been called as well, probably debating how to best utilize the utility they have. They also have some ults on board. They do have Kawai's Hunter's Fury coming in for them. So if they do manage to get the spike down, they could try to play post plant with the Viper Snakebite as well as the Sova ult. However, on the side of the defenders, there are 2 major ults coming in. You would almost 3 in fact. Sorry, there are 3 major ults coming in. You have Panzer with the Viper Spit. You have Orange Reef with the Lockdown, as well as Trespass with the Revive. So it's going to be very easy to retake with Orange Reef's. With Orange Reef's Lockdown, and it can also be used to force out Kawai's Hunter's Fury, making it all the more easier to prevent post plant from being played. Either way though, there are a lot of options and counter options available for both these teams right now, and Punish should really be trying to make it work, because 6-2 is not a good look for a scoreline. They need to get a couple more rounds at least to make sure that when they're defending it, they will have an easier time of it, especially since they're not going to be having a real sentinel on board. They're not going to be have anything about from the Sage on board on their team. It is going to be a bit harder for them than it is for Reckoning to defend right now. Either way though, there is that early mid info again for the recon, but the Viper Spit, it will be popped onto that A side, preventing it from really being taken. It does seem to be a B rush coming in right now, clears out all these corners and make sure that everything until yellow is okay. The Reyna and Immutable just waiting here, trying to see if they can plant the spike. But the Killjoy is going to be on this B side right now because of how the Viper ult was utilized on that A side. They can afford to have the Killjoy on this B side. Flex will already take down Lost Boss. Immutable taking a little bit of damage from the Nano Swarm. but nothing really much will happen. Astrosports will get the trade onto Kawaii. Aegisports does have that revive as well, so he might be able to make something work here. I feel like Jane is just waiting for this Viper wall to go down and misses a shot, but luckily will stay alive to fight another day. 23 HP left. Flex, meanwhile, though, will take down the Sage. Sova is still alive, but it is going to be a 4v4 right now without the benefits of any healing coming in either, because Jane is really, really low. Panzer, you see, if you look at his positioning though, he's already going to be on that flank. They might not expect this because of how he's supposed to be on the A side, but Flex is there for the kill, and now they should know that the A side is free because they've sorted all the other players here. They know that the 3 players are here. They've seen the Sova getting revived. They saw the Jet operate, the Jet using their operator, as well as the Killjoy utility being thrown at them. It is going to be a rotate coming in. A nice Jet smoke will cover it as they go forward, and Lost Boss will have to risk going forward. Will get 1, should be falling back because of a 3v3 situation that he's in. Gets 2 somehow, but Flex is there for the trade again. But Jayan already has an aggressive position on that A side. Make sure the spike won't be going down, and it's going to be Flex left in a 1v2 right now. No time on the board either. All these players have to do is hide, and that is going to be a 7th round in the bag for Team Reckoning.
Yeah, definitely. Team Punish was really interesting to see how they still wanted to buy time aggress towards the B side. But just I say that Flex finds an ace in this round, but it's too late, as it's still as the rounds are still stacking out for Reckoning over here. Lost did a great job of sneaking around the smokes to find himself with 2k, and with time burning out, Team Punish were desperate to get the plant down, and that's where Jan's operator really came in strong. Flex though, ace, he's gonna take a bow for that. But still, the rounds are slipping out of their hands, and they need some magic, something different to come up to see how they can win these rounds.
Yep, they do need to figure out something, because the current strategies are not working for them at all, and they must really be feeling the pressure here on this map with this 7-2 scoreline coming in for them. Team Punished is not really having a good time right now. Meanwhile, the Jojo managed to sneak up all the way to B, spots out Panzer's location here, and Panzer knows that there are multiple players coming in on the B side. B approach right now. The Viper wall will go out, giving them a little bit of space. The Sage wall will come down as well, letting the spike at least be planted. So our Recon, however, will spot a player playing in that corner, and this boss will be getting the kill onto Jojo. It is going to be a 5v4 retake right off the bat. The utility that will be going down. Panzer just waiting to see if anybody's going to be peeking anywhere, but nobody seems to be wanting to give him any kills. The Recon will come through and spot out a couple of players. Immutable, however, manages to get a jet diff onto JN. The Killjoy lockdown will come down as well. Such an important ult here, but the Sova ult will break it. It is going to be oh, beautiful shot from Immutable will take down Lost Boss, and Vibigod will be able to take down Panzer as well. It is going to be a 2v2 right now, as Orange Team gets 1, but Immutable is there for the chair with 20 HP left on the Jet. Finally, after a while, Punish will take a round.
Yeah, definitely. Immutable picking up the operator did prove to be the difference maker for themselves this round, and he had a big 3k on the back of that, to really secure the round for themselves. Something really, different we see coming from Team Punish is that once they get the B side, they like to fight towards the side and maybe try and get Orange's control for themselves, as that's something we've seen Flex do previously, and even this time we saw Jojo, wrapping around the side, maybe trying to deny Viper utility being thrown in by Panzer, or really something different that we see, not opting to play for a little bit more for the first glance. This time around, we do see an A-side hit, which is exactly where the Killjoy, Sova, and the Sage. Wow, look at how fast these rotations are, It does look like Team Punished are being kind of read. They do come in towards the side right now, and as the spike, and there comes the Killjoy ability. But just I say that Jojo is there to win the gunfight. Spike does get planted, which is going to pull up the 100 3D for Lost Boss. Does manage to get this 1 kill, equalizing things. But there comes the resurrection instantly. And Triss wants to capitalize on the resurrection, but he's going to heavily pay for that. Shock that's come in, do a little bit more of damage, and there's a kill for themselves. But still, the advantage still in for Team Punished. Kawhi will manage to safely get the spike down, surviving just by a little bit as a snakebite lands right next to him. Immutable with the operator, good for 1, leaving it just down to JN. Now it's down to JN himself to see if he can have some magic coming this round with his own operator, but he will most likely be looking to save it and to be able to carry it forward to the next round.
Yep, I agree. This he does have the time, but I think that seeing that there are only going to be only going to be one more round left on the board. I don't think that the team really has the economy to be able to afford like another operator. So JN will be trying to take it as well as do as much economic damage to the opponent team as possible. Let's get another pick onto Flex. It is going to be a 1v2 right now, but he doesn't have time. The problem is JN doesn't really have time here. Again, you see him just waiting to see if he can get another pick on these players, just waiting. But Immutable will get that kill onto him. Jane got a little bit too greedy there, and it is going to be a 7-4 right now. Punish should be hoping to get this last round as well. They figured out what they can do. They can just go fast and then try to fight on site rather than let it go free. And it is going to be them looking to close this out with the 5th point on their side of the board. However, they also have YB God's ult. This round is going to be prove integral because that Viper split is very hard to really counter. So you do see that JN can afford to spring for another operator badly. It is going to be an interesting round coming in forward. Immutable as well, already on top. Jane's location is known as well, but he manages to get a beautiful shot onto Immutable. But while going in for the peak again, will pay for it. It is Panther as well, gets very greedy here. To a left for 12 HP, and Flex is able to get that kill. Lost boss though, no one expects him here because 2 players were already here, and he might be able to get one. But he gets a little bit greedy there. Tries to trigger the spin, but it kind of doesn't go in his favor. It's gonna be just Tris boss and the Killjoy left right now. Orange Leaf. They do seem to be rotating. Viper will go down here, and it's going to be a 2v2 coming in. Orange Chief as well anchoring that mid. Will be timing here though by Jojo, and it is going to be a 2v1. Just was left. A side knows that one player is towards mid and the other is going towards that A side. The thing is that Kawaii here is really low, so it might still be possible for Sage to get the clutch.
Yeah, but things are going to be looking a little bit harder for Triss coming into this monitor because that plant has got Kawai's Hunter's Fury online, which is going to be used to buy so much time with the spike. Triss is going to have to be really swift with his actions over here. That drop's going to reveal his position, which is also going to prompt out a recon dart. Does manage to break it instantly, but the amount of utility being used to, deny him from tapping the spike is huge. Swiftly dodging the Hunter's Fury there, but he does spot Jojo, and he's landing a great shot there. And the spike's not planted for Kawai. Kawai might just be a little bit late here. And just as I say that, Triss is taking the defuse card, and he doesn't care about the world, and he might have just pulled out the ninja defuse. A 1v2 that looked nearly impossible, and Triss pulls out something out of it, and he's gonna be really happy with that one. Reckoning get 8 on the board on their defensive half.
Yep, I mean, I don't know what Kawai was really thinking there. I think that he was low and he was worried that he didn't want to give the peak away, but he had shock darts to work off. There was so much he could have really done there, especially with the clock ticking, but sadly, for the side of Punish, that wasn't the case. Sad. Pretty unfortunate that the Reina died there. Jojo did have to go forward to try and cover the ulting Sova, but it was very well played by Boss. Hitting that shot on the Reina really helped, and that is going to be 8 rounds coming in for Reckoning. They will be looking to win this pistol and try to make this as quick a game as possible so they can go next. However, Punished, they will be wanting to win this pistol to try and equalize scores and bring it a little bit closer to an 8-8 scoreline, if not winning outright. Immutable, already you've seen this aggression coming in from before. However, he doesn't really manage to land any headshots, and JN will be able to take him down. It's going to be a 5v4 coming in right off the bat, as that initial aggression is deeply punished. Kawaii will be getting a nice shock dart in, and while Jojo gets a kill, Jane will immediately have the trade. So it is going to be 3v4 right now. They will be falling back to the post plant. Jane alone is going to be on site. There's quite a bit of damage, but Flex will ultimately be getting that kill, and it's going to be 3v3 right now. The shock dart going in towards that molly. The location of one player.
One enemy remaining.
Lost was over. 2 beautiful kills. Just was completing it with the last one, and that's a 9th round on the board for Reckoning. Man, that post plant looks absolutely scary.
Yeah, definitely. And given the fact that they knew that they might have ability to work with, Team Punish were forced to fight those angles where they were at a total disadvantage, and Reckoning were just in a shooting gallery and they found multiple kills for themselves. Now, Team Punish really need to find a way to win out the few rounds, because the first spike coming to this round may or may not be justified, as they didn't manage to get multiple kills. So they will be looking to see, to win out the next round where they have the better weapon than RG, who might just pull out the bonus.
Yep, it is gonna be the buy coming in for the side of Reckoning. The Sage does get caught off guard here, manages to badly run away with her life as she goes running in towards that B side. It is going to be a B approach coming in fast, though, as JN clearing out all these angles, making sure that there isn't a little pesky judge waiting for them. Managed to take control of yellow as well, and it is going to be the plan coming in. There is a player on top. And unfortunately for Response, Jojo gets that kill with the shorty, but the chain is done instantaneously. A nice little dink will come onto JN, but he will still manage to get that kill onto Cover. He's just going to be immutable left right now with a shorty in his hand. Not really sure how much he can do here. A nice shot coming in onto that Sova, but it's from a range, and the shorty at that range doesn't really do much even if it is a headshot. Overall, one gun taken on for the side of Reckoning, but it is still going to be the round going in their favor as Punished are looking to be in a very desperate situation right now.
Yep, now they do have all utility to work with. You're gonna have to be able to afford the Phantoms and the Vandals. Unfortunately, no operator online yet for Immutable, which would have been kind of like the silver lining coming out for them. But does look like we are going to see an A-side execute coming out for for Reckoning as they look to really get up here. Recon that comes out to deny any early on aggression, which should be coupled up with the Sova drone to clear out a little bit more off the side to ease the duelist to enter. But this time around, GN's gone towards mid with his Spectre, though. He manage to get the early kill, which is going to be so crucial coming in towards his A side execute. But this Viper wall might just make things hard. Just to say that Immutable finds one kill on the back of the DK that goes on the Immutable with kill number 2. What a great headshot he's done there. And Panther's going to pay for this aggression again. Immutable with the 3-piece coming in already. And now things have gone from good, bad to worse for Reckoning. But just to say that Lost Boss finds one. But the HP on JN is going to be a thorn for them. Shock Dart's good. Things are suddenly looking to 2v2, but Spike needs to be retrieved and Jojo's flank needs to be cleared out as well. Jojo manages to kill Lost, who's trying to retrieve back to go towards mid, and Invis is out as they're now just down to JN. Only 15 HP to work with to find a way into this 1v2. Time is ticking surely but slowly, which might make things a little bit harder for him, but nothing really is impossible at this moment in the
30
game.
seconds left.
With 16 HP on the board, he might just try to go in for that save, especially seeing that he's so short on time. But Jane's like, you know what? It is sort of a bonus. Might as well try it. See how much damage we can do to his team. How many guns we can take away. We'll manage to pick up that spike and we'll probably try to get the plant down. Trying to clear out the more obvious angles. But he is going to have to plant it very soon. 5 seconds left on the clock. 4. And he will be caught.
Enemy remaining.
Will take the gun off Vibegon, but it's not going to be good enough. And I think that he will just try to get the plant done for a little bit of extra money. Finally, a round on the board for Team Punished. Their full buy coming in well. However, 4 guns were taken off the board with Reckoning, mostly going in for Spectres. So it is going to be a full buy coming in for them this round, and there should be a lot of that was a lot of damage done. So I think that Reckoning should be looking to close this one out.
Yeah, Webby though did make good utilization of the time running so low and just played plant denial, forcing Jane to get out the spike, denying an extra 300 credits which they would have loved coming to the next round. But hey, even though Team Punished won the round, they don't have the best weaponry. Immutable does have his blade storm to work with. Surely that's a bonus, but it's nothing compared to the Phantoms and the Vandals. Though Jojo and Webby God, they're gonna find kills really early coming here. And where we go looking to get a little bit more aggressive, might just be in for one more way. But as I say that, Panzer gets the immediate trade. Manda Sundown is still for Reckoning. Bladestorm comes online for Immutable, who's looking to do a little bit more damage over here.
I think that in a 3v2 it's still a doable situation, especially considering the agents you do have online. But that Bladestorm is a huge commitment coming in from Immutable. He does want to make sure that they have those players alive and they get these kills as much as possible. Flex is well holding a very pivotal position down at that yellow area. It is going to be Panzer trying to clear out these corners. He might just end up peeking into this Bladestorm right now. But however, Flex will be getting that first kill. That was the last player's location as well, and a beautiful right click will come in from Immutable, getting Punished a 6th round on the board. And things seem to be looking up for them, because what seemed to be an almost undoable task just a couple rounds ago is now not that bad. 4 rounds is still you can catch up in 4 rounds.
Yeah, Reckoning weren't really ready for that aggression. JN going a little bit more aggressive with the playstyle, not something we see really coming out from him. But yeah, even Lost not getting the most value out of his Hunter's Fury would sting a little bit. And with that, they've lost the two ultimates they had coming into this round. But they might be able to charge a few up really closely. Uh, not in the nearest vicinity here. This time around, we do see Reckoning wanting to aggressive towards mid, and they are going to pay up a little bit of damage that comes off the spam of Flex. Just as I said, that Jane's Sheriff is going to chime in to take Webby God out and also secure the plant for themselves. Suddenly things
Spike
look a little bit
planted.
bright for Reckoning into this 4v5. They still don't have great positions to play out the post plant as they would have liked to on the Viper utility. But as I say that's going to begin the retake out here. But Triss's Sheriff finds one more for himself. Flex though is there with the instant trade, but he's taking too much damage. Kawhi on the other end gets one kill for himself, and Immutable with one suddenly. 3v2 coming out. Flex on side gets caught with the reload in his hand and is going to get taken down. Now it's just down to Immutable 1v3 situation. We've seen him pull these out before, but does he have what it takes to win down this one? Beautiful jiggle there to get Immutable, but Orange Leaf with his Sheriff is there to save the day with this trade. 11-6 Reckoning spinning gold out of straw over here with the limited weaponry they had to work with.
What a thrifty out coming in, some fantastic sheriff shots coming in, especially from Chess Boss there with that kitchen hole. They bought so much time off it, and even if they hadn't gotten those kills, the impact was just unbelievable. Jane you will also see Jane going in for that operator right now. Should be able to do a lot with that. Flex won't even have money to buy a gun. He will be pushed onto that sheriff because the rest of his team can't buy, and he doesn't want to really compromise on that. Either way, though, it does seem to be a pretty straightforward A hit coming in. Mutable trying to see if anybody's holding one of the more common angles. The Sova drone will come through, trying to spot out players, but Jojo again with that aggression will get that first pick onto this boss and fall back. But JN will have the trade onto Mutable that, as Mutable will be spotted by that Sova recon. It is going to be a 4v4 coming in. And see, Orange Leaf has quite a bit of control. Breaks that Reyna player, and they know the Reyna's position as well right now that she's backside. Gets stacked up a lot. She will be going back for a heal. The wall will come through as well, preventing any aggression coming in from that backside. Bunch of nice shock darts. Utility being spammed, which will try to limit the platform going on. But Panzer with the beautiful angle being held will get that kill. Does have his ultimate as well, and the Viper Spit will go down. Flex will manage to get the revive as well onto Kawaii, making it a 4v4 yet again. The Reyna being super low. Panzer overpays for his really aggressive position there, and as the ult goes down, Jojo is caught in the open as well. It is going to be a 2v3 right now. Position of all three players known. Lost boss spots one. Knows where the others are as well. Jojo will take him down, however, it's going to be just JN left. 30 HP on the jet. Does have the operator in hand, so the question is, will he try and will just save here? Nope, not going to be allowed to save. Jojo will get that fourth kill. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Jojo they're doing some great job. They did pop the Empress there after Immutable was taken out, and he did really good job on the Empress. He's having a great game for himself. 17 kills, 14 deaths. But Cheyenne and Lost are really taking the charge at 24 kills, 11 deaths, and 23 kills, 11 deaths coming out for them respectively. Now that round was really important for the economy and for a little bit of the confidence coming out for Team Punished, as they now still only do have a Spectre and a Judge to work with, but Reckoning don't have the best wear coming into this round as well. We've seen Immutable use these jet angles really well with the charge, and these are going to be really scary as they've already committed out the Sova drone and don't have Immutable's position revealed to themselves yet. Reckoning are still looking to target out this area. Orb comes out for JN, which allows him to pop the Hunter's blades. But just as I say that, though, it's only one kill for Immutable. Reckoning comes out from JN, which is strong there. JN with a classic to find 2 kills, and Triss has suddenly got 1 kill as himself. They do have the res, which is going to go off to help them secure this run potentially. Now it's just down to Kawaii and Jojo. Jojo definitely going to want to have a say in this round. So drone comes out from Kawaii, does get a little bit of information, but he only spots one member. And now, with the position of the Sova revealed, they are going to look to sell a fake and hopefully go in towards the A site, where they might just be met by Jojo, who has a good angle for himself, where he might be able to get a kill off and potentially invis out of here.
I think that they were trying to just confuse him by playing a lot of time. There is one player on A and one player on
30
B.
seconds
A lot of
left.
information coming through. It does seem to be a hit coming in so far. I'm sorry, B hit going in so far because the spike is still there. Jojo only spotted out as well by Lost Boss. will have to either move back or break the recon. It is going to be a B hit now. Jojo already on the flank here, might be able to find the timing. Only one player. The sage wall will go down at this cost. Should be able to take down this player. Yep, it is going to be Spy safely going down. Just the Reyna left right now in a 1v3 situation. Has to try and make this work because otherwise it's going to be match point for Reckoning. And I think that they might expect a little jump peek coming through. Will spot out a position maybe from Lost Boss. It is going to be a 1v3 right now. Reyna has to find a pick here and she has to do it fast because she is going to be running out of time. They know her position, sees her fall, little bit of wall bang trying to come in, and Lost Boss with the quick movement around the box might be able to get the timing on it, but before he can do that, Jane will get the kill. Third on the round for him. It is going to be match point for Reckoning. They are so close to taking this one.
Match point.
Yep, Jane did do a great job of finding a few kills for himself. I think he dashed into side, got one with his blade storm, really managed to trade immutable really quickly there, and also another kill for himself was on the back of that classic. And then the resurrection being there was perfect timing for Triss as he could pop that, and then they could secure the 3v2 situation flawlessly. And yeah, they're just gonna be really happy with themselves. Now we see that Team Punish don't have the best economy and the money to work with. Only a classic coming out for Immutable, who might be looking to secure out an orb. But look at this aggression coming in from Team Punished here. They'd like to get really aggressive in certain positions. Look at Flex, he's pushed all the way towards rafters. Does spot out Panzer though, but Panzer's hiding there. But just as I say that, missed drone coming in, and JN is gonna make Jojo pay with his life here. And now with that, Flex is gonna fall back as well. With his aggression spotted, it is going to force Baby to pop his Viper Spit over there to help them potentially secure the round.
Yep, it is going to be a 4v5 punish. Really have to have a pick here. Jane will get another pick on Immutable as well, holding a very unfortunate angle with that judge. It is going to be a 3v5 right now. Things look really, really bleak for Reckoning. Killjoy Lockdown will come down as well, getting a lot of putting a lot of pressure on the B side, calling in a rotation. It's going to be Panzer, however, who already has this angle here on that A side, just waiting. I think that Kawaii might expect this. Will be throwing a little bit of shock darts that try to get the player out, and he will get that kill. It is going to be a 3v4 right now. Things kindly even out. But look at Jane's position. Already has vision. He has one player coming, but Flex will manage to luckily take him down. Orange will get the spike down. It's going to be a 3v3 right now, and the question is, can the side of Punished push through to another round? There is going to be Lost Balls on that lurk through mid here, coming in late. I don't know if they'll expect it because they already saw two people pushing very forward in a very forward angle. They do have that Killjoy post plant as well to play off of, as well as Lost Boss coming in. Orange will be spotted out. They know that Orange is going to be here, and so Shocktarts will try to push his players off the angle. But look at Lost Boss's position. Look at where he is right now. Orange will get a kill. Here is that. Lost Boss will manage to get that kill and a beautiful tap. This smoke will win the game for Reckoning. What a play coming in from Lost Boss.
Yeah, Lost was his lurk over there, when he held on the mid, the timing was perfect for himself. He manages to find the final 2 kills, and with that, Reckoning manages to secure round, map number 1, in this best of 5 finals with a 13-7 scoreline. And they're going to be really happy with themselves because this wasn't their pick either. This was Team Punish's pick.
Yep, I think that they'll be very happy to be able to take Icebox in the bag because Haven is one of the maps that they're really confident on either way. They are going to be happy to have that lead initially. It's always a good confidence boost. It's one less map they need to win in this best of 5. And Reckoning, they really put in a power pack performance that Immutable tried his best, but he just didn't seem to have the same impact as he's been having the last couple of days. And we will be looking at the player versus player stats as well as the scorecard for this game. But before that, we will be having a short break, so stay tuned as we go in for the next couple maps.
multiple awards for its exceptional performance and design, the G502 gaming mouse is without question one of the most celebrated gaming mice ever made. Now LogitechG has improved upon the iconic with a new superior high-performance model, the Logitech G502 Hero Gaming Mouse. As its name implies, the new and improved G502 Hero Gaming Mouse is equipped with the next generation Hero optical sensor. It more than lives up to its moniker with performance that far outpaces that of previous generation sensors, including the renowned PMW3366. A tremendous boost in its performance manifests itself with up to 16,000 DPI and the capability to exceed 400 IPS. All with zero smoothing and unbeatable accuracy. The Logitech G502 Hero Gaming Mouse also lands loaded with a wide range of customizable features. It boasts 11 programmable buttons, including a sniper button, which when held down switches the DPI to your precision aim preset. You can also tweak the mouse's balance to fit your personal preference, with 5 individual weights fine-tuning it from 121 grams to 139, whilst LightSync technology means you can enjoy visually stunning RGB lighting across 16.8 million colours. It also enjoys onboard memory for storing up to 5 different profiles, adjustable DPI with DPI shift, upgraded click switches, and an updated braided cable. To find out more about the new Logitech G502 Hero Gaming Mouse, just hit up logitechg.com.
Hello good people, I am back with another review, and this time it's for the headset of my choice, which is the Logitech G Pro X headphones, which is pretty much the best headphones that I've used so far, period. The Pro Series is all about design and collaboration with esports players, a range of products which is perfect for gaming. It's gonna give you everything that you need and nothing that you don't. When we talk about the headset, there are a lot of features that are packed into this one headset. For instance, it comes with a Blue technology mic. Now, if you're not aware of what a Blue technology mic is capable of, check out my recent video where I did a review for this Blue technology mic. There is quite a lot of difference between like a full mic setup and a headset mic, but Logitech G has done a commendable job at giving you the best possible headset mic experience. There are some endless possibilities with this mic. I will showcase that when we cover the G Hub software, and I will show you how to use this headphone to the fullest. So first, let's see how the headset looks like. The hardware seems pretty solid, as we have come to expect from all Logitech G products. The headband is like super soft.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after a cracking map 1 where we saw Reckoning really maintain out the lead and coming out with a power pack performance. It was a 13-7 scoreline at the end of it, if I'm not wrong, where we really saw them taking Icebox, a great scoreline. Towards the end, we saw Lost Boss and JN having great maps for themselves, with finding multiple kills throughout. JN with the operator found great impact, and the same can be said about Lost, who was feeling himself not only aim-wise, but his utility usage was great as well.
Yeah, I think that it was definitely a wonderful game coming in for the entire team. I think that punished. Since it was punished pick as well, the side of Reckoning should be very happy with themselves. And let's take a look at the scorecard for this match as we go forward. It is going to be JN sitting right on top there comfortably with that operator with a resounding 8 first bloods. Throughout this tournament, we've kind of seen him chill a bit, since Panzer was deleting everybody else. Panzer and Trist were deleting everybody else, so we always saw JN kind of chilling. But today, JN has really come to play as dropping almost a 30 bomb with those 8 first bloods, really being a very impactful gem. So what if he's the only duelist? He's the only one the team really needed. Lost right behind him, 25 kills, 6 assists off that Sova, 2 first splits as well coming in, just really fighting it out on site, always willing to take those aim duels and winning them as well. Tries perfect support player, 9 assists for Sage, exactly what you'd expect. And the entire team is just so consistent. Only Orange Leaf seems to be lagging behind, and even then, it's more because they didn't really bother going to the site where he was on when they were on defense, rather than Orange Leaf not really being able to do anything. On the opposite side, though, we do see Jojo coming in as their top frag on that Reyna. 4 first bloods, definitely he did do his best, but it wasn't going to be it just wasn't enough for the side of Punish. Flex as well, 16 kills. Immutable following with 14. Not one of Immutable's better games. We have seen better from him. But either way, there are 4 more games going forward, so it's not over for Team Punished yet.
Yep, definitely. This is not something we really see coming out from Team Punished, but I'm guessing we will expect them to be a little bit more comfortable as the maps change, where they could be potentially, much a little bit better off. Like we do have Haven coming up, which we've seen them do well on with the Astra Killjoy setups, and even then, after that we'll get to see them for the first time on Ascent, and if required, Split and Bind are there to really end the day. Now let's take a quick look at the player versus player matchup coming out of them, where JN should be the player from Reckoning who's really stepped up with his operator this time around. He's going to be really happy with that one. And for that, on the other hand, we have Jojo for himself with 17 kills and 16 deaths. We did talk about how Jojo was really monumental into securing a few of those rounds for his team. We did speak about the one round where he really popped his Empis and found 4 kills, I think, on the back of that. But just as I said, that JN though, really aggressive with his operator in this on a map like this, where we can really tamper with the visual with the vertical angles, and he made good use of that in the end with his operator.
Yep, definitely a very impactful performance coming in from Jane off that operator. But even otherwise, he was always that willing to dash in with the Phantom or Spectre, whatever, always getting those first picks for his team. You saw him go down on that bonus down mid, getting that first pick again, despite going Spectre against Rifle. Either way, very impactful plays coming in from Jane. Several multi-kills, both off the back of that op as well as otherwise. And overall, I think that his team must be feeling very happy with themselves. Meanwhile, though, we will be going into the second map, which is going to be the pick of Reckoning. We do have the standard setup coming in we do have the standard setup coming in for the side of Punish. We do see Viper God and Jojo on the usual killer combo of that Astra and the Killjoy. Immutable, no surprises that he is going to be going in for that Jet. And Flex is just messing with this as usual. Last time we saw him hover over the duo route. This time it is going to be the KO. We will eventually see him go in for that Phoenix. Probably because that's what he's been consistently playing on this map, but he might surprise us and end up going for the Reyna instead. Meanwhile, though, on the opposite side, we do have, again, the usual suspects. We have JN coming in with that Jet, as well as Trist on that race. Again, Reckoning is one of those teams that very happily running the breach instead of Sova, and it's definitely working out for them because they are really able to aggressively take a side. They don't have to worry about running a Phoenix, but they can go in for the raise utility instead because they have the flashes of the breach, and of course they do go for that Cypher because Orange Reef, well, he is one of the better Cyphers in the scene, so I think they should be feeling very happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. This time around, we are going to see Team Punished on the defensive side, which is not something they had the luxury of on the previous map. But this time around, this is the side they want to be, as they can really showcase the beauty of the Astra Killjoy synergy and how they really plan on making these this stall meta, especially against an aggressive team like Reckoning, who prefer those bursts on the back of the breach flashes. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how this first round pans out. It does look like a seaside hit coming in for Reckoning, and this is where Flex will really be tested. But he does have a lot of he's also called over a lot of his friends to help him hold this one down in the form of the Astra and the Killjoy over here. Seaside hit comes in. JN's going to be leading the charge for himself. Astro Stars are going to reveal that it is a seaside hit, but look at the pace coming out from Reckoning. They're up in their faces, and JN's going to find 1 kill for himself. He also Tris, excuse me. Okay, yeah, this is say that the seaside hold, which was a 3-member stack, just falls out. JN with a 2-piece for himself right off that, and Tris struck with 1 for himself. Now it's just down to Immutable and Kawhi in this 1v2 situation, looking to see if they can find something, a little bit of hope for themselves in this map. But the time is surely ticking, and that's gonna be something they need to worry about. They finally decide to get a move on, still being extremely passive though, and it looks like Immutable will be left with the job of clearing out Garage. He does spot out Orange Leaf. Orange Leaf does take the first fight here. Just to say that he does get taken down, and now it's just down to Immutable. Doesn't have anything. He can't have a say into this. A near flawless round coming out from Reckoning as they really just entered, bursted right to the seaside.
I mean, I like that they were able to, you know, sort of coordinate between them and clear out all the common angles to ensure that there was no overlap. Jane especially, the Phoenix did hit the flash on him, but he was already forward right now. The flash was a little bit late, and it really let him manage to get those kills. Phoenix was caught with this flash in his hand. Pretty unfortunate position. We aren't really going to see a force coming in from the side of Punish. There are a couple of shorties on board. It does seem to be two players playing on that A side, so it is probably gonna be a fast A hit yet again coming in for them. I think that they're just gonna be waiting here. So we'll get a beautiful shot onto that race. Two dicks coming in front from him, but it's not gonna be enough as both these players are still very much alive. Quick dash into side will point out where we'll let the Jet get a lot of control on the side. It is going to be Jojo waiting in the smoke though, as Jane will go down. A 2v3 right now. They might even have a gun for themselves, but it is still going to be a retake scenario coming in. The quick breach aftershock as well will buy a little bit of space as it keeps bursting. The raise utility will let him move to the under heaven position where he can probably try to play crossfire with the rest of his players. You do see both these players trying to go into heaven because one of them has a shot. You know, they might just try a heroic leap of faith and try to do something with it. Either way though, it is going to be it is going to be the leap of faith, as I said, coming in, but Response and Orange Leaf were ready for it and keep anybody else from dying on the team. Nice play coming in from Immutable there with that shot. He didn't really expect him there to be so close, but either way, the second round is going to go as expected in Reckoning's favor.
Yep, definitely. They are looking to still play out the bonus chain. Who are still looking to stick to his course. I think he did drop a weapon over towards Orange Leaf or somebody on the team because he doesn't. He's now down to 2,850. It is looking like Immutable wants to get a little bit more aggressive towards the A side and maybe hold this crossfire on with Kawhi. They do go in for the orb, but look at this aggression coming in. Jayan spots Flex out and is going to get the kill on him. Jojo on the backside. Now it's up to him to see how much impact he can find out of this. Babygod finds one kill for himself. Jojo from backside and Babygod. They're going to really load on this side come in here. Multiple kills found for themselves. Lost finds one. But it's just consolation as Baby's found a 3-piece for himself. Just down to Orange Leaf in this 1v3 situation. Not the clutch master we've seen come up often, but he might have a chance coming up as the weaponry is not the best. Dash confirms his position and Webby's up for a 4-piece on the back of that.
That was very well played by, even though initially the first pick did go in the favor of Reckoning there with the Phoenix being taken down. The Astra being able to get a kill and everybody trying to kill it, literally let Babygod step in from CT and get a couple of those kills as well. So it was a very nice goal coming in from both these players and almost nice balance with strategy coming in from them, and that is going to be the bonus round, not really going in the favor of Team Reckoning there. However, this is just going to be the full buy coming in. You do see those valuable rifles on the board, and a little bit of early info will be coming in for Kawhi, trying to make sure no one's really holding that long position. Another thing you really have to look out for is the investment coming in for Immutable here. Again, Jane will be clearing out all these close angles, making sure that nobody's here. He's waiting for somebody to push the smoke. Babygod will get the kill onto Panzer, but will go down. Will be taken down by Response. It is going to be a 4v4 right now as the spike will be planted surely but slowly. It is a nice wall bang will come through. A little bit of damage on a Triscott there, but not really enough to worry about. It is going to be a 4v4. The players are just waiting for to assemble before they try to attempt this retake.
Here.
Yep, Astrostars do come in to assist on this retake to potentially break these Reckoning crossfires. Immutable's dash for some space comes in, but JN finds one. But Trish on the backside, he's spinning around, finds a 3-piece for himself, even puts out the rocket to find something, but wow. He rose us it in the end. Orange Leaf dodged that, we saw that. But yeah, that's going to be round number 3 coming out for Reckoning as the aggression for them time to time works out. A great retake hold coming out from them.
I mean, you don't really want to be on a site when you're being concussed and flashed by a breach. I'll tell you that for free. And poor Flex just seems to be taking the brunt of it every round. Either that or they have to leave the site open and play for retake. And they really are not having much luck with these retakes coming in. Either way, though, it is going to be the operator lost for the side of Team Punish as well. Kind of painful that they will be the orb trying to attempt it. The orb will be attempted
wow.
to be taken by Immutable, but the Astra pull will pull him off it, making sure that there's no Blade Storm in store for him. Kawaii will be trying to push down the shot, seeing if he can get a kill with that Sheriff. The camera will spot him and he will be forced to fall back. It is going to be just Panzer waiting here right now, and the Breach Flash will let the Jet dash aside. However, Kawaii and Vibe got somehow get 2 kills done. Orange Reef will get 2 as well, though, trading them out immediately, leaving them in a 3v3. The Cypher ult will come down, then knowing the position of the players, and I think that once the spike goes on, they will be wanting to just play post plan. However, the ult will push these players to the site, and it will leave the Astra stuck. So you see them trying to rush onto the site, trying to get a couple of guns. And Panzer, he's in a very unfortunate spot here. Last possible take down Jojo, and Orange Reef will manage to take down Vibigod. The bait of the player being trapped was not good enough to escape. It's going to be just the Phoenix left right now. Flex slowly making his way to A side while everybody else is running towards the C1. It is going to be Flex in the 1v3, and he might just end up trying to choose to save this weapon.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, definitely it's a 1v3 to ask for. It doesn't have HP to work with either, so and now with the spike going down, he
Spike
might just
planted.
be in a position to attempt this one out, but Reckoning might just be too far out in great post round positions for Flex to be able to have an impact. Nevertheless, he is going to see if he can find anything, given the fact that 2 members on Reckoning are low enough and then are in 2 bullet range, which could really make things easy for him.
I mean, it's not impossible. He does have that firewall to play off of as well. He might even try to enjoy it. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose, right? He does spot a one player at that long angle. Just gonna wait for somebody to peek here. Yep, he's gonna put that firewall out and will be trying to stick that diffuse. Breach flash will come through and spray through the smoke. Will get a 4th kill for Orange Dig. I mean, let's face it, Flex didn't really have any good choices there. He was running out of time, he was running out of space, and he had to really do something.
Yep, definitely. He couldn't do anything there, and the post plans from Reckoning are strong. They did have the flashbangs to work with, and just firing out so many bullets towards the end. And that's going to be round number 4. We did speak about how with the newer economy, it's a little bit easier for defenders, for attackers to string out rounds if they have 1-2 in a row. And yeah, it doesn't look like that might be the trend. Immutable this round around, since he doesn't have enough money to operate, looking to see if he can fancy one for himself. Next round, he will pull out the Blade Storm to work with. And this time around, Reckoning are going to take their aggression and the side execute towards the B side, where there comes the Breach Flash, accompanied by the Satchel and the Dash. But just say that Jojo from the smoke is going to find one kill. Trist being extremely cheeky here. Fine, he's going to try to push, but it doesn't find enough value. Jojo being a smoke criminal here. He's found 2 kills for himself. There comes with the Hunter's Field that's also denied the plant and also gotten a kill. And just I say that things have fallen down for Immutable, who also manages to get out, spins around and get a kill for himself. 4-2, Jojo and Co really locking down that site.
Careful.
Yep, I think that is around that the side of Reckoning. Sorry, the side of Punish really needed that as they got a Jojo doing a lot for this team. Just getting a little bit too greedy there as he went forward before he could even toss the nade, get sprayed out through the smoke. Immutable will have the money to go in for that operator yet again. Hopefully this time he can do something with it before being taken down. It is going to be him anchoring that C side, which doesn't seem to be the case. They are stacked up towards it again, trying to get a couple of picks. It is they do still have money to buy. Punish still can afford guns because of the rounds they won before, but they will want to have as many rounds as possible on the board because Haven is one of those maps where it's ideal to get as many of the rounds as you can on attack.
Definitely. The operator, we do see it going in aggressive towards the C-long position. Reckoning not in a position where all members can have optimal weapons. We see JN stuck on 3,800, Panzer stuck on 1,000 after having bought himself full armor. So it's going to be interesting to see how Reckoning decide to see what was going to happen. We might just see Spectres, maybe Sheriffs coming out for them, or they decide to go in an eco. And it does look like some issues coming out from the side of Reckoning, a little bit of a technical issue coming out as one of the players disconnects. So they are going to be looking, so there's going to be a little bit of a pause. Till then, let's take a quick look at the ultimates on board, because we do see Reckoning have the 2 round changing ultimates. They do have the Cosmic Divide for the Astra. The same can be said that there's the Rolling Thunder for Breach. Now Jojo does have his own counter Astral Form to counter Cosmic Divide to work with, which he will pop if required. But then there's no key ultimates around. We do have Flex, who might just be able to farm out an orb potentially to get himself the runner back, which could aid them on the retake here.
Yep, the runner back definitely one of the most useful ults. The player who has DC'd has reconnected, so we should be starting soon. But like we're talking about ults, the Astral Divide and the runner back are both going to be proving very pivotal as we go forward into the following round. But meanwhile, though, how do you think the side of Punish is? How do you think they can really cut in with the rushes coming in from Reckoning? Because when you have so much util being spammed at you with the breach flashes, the raid satchels, as well as the jet dashes, how do you really stop that kind of aggression?
Oh yeah, that's definitely one question that, maybe you counter aggression with your own aggression, because, we've seen them sometimes. They do have the Astral ability to work with, which can, they can really use the gravity well earlier on towards the earlier half of the round to get, in a little bit more aggressive positions. But that's up for the round to decide as to what happens here. This time around, we do see Reckoning retrying this B-side hit. Smokes come out, and on the back of that, we do see a Rolling Thunder, which actually hits GN in the process. They will be in a position to secure out the spike, and look at how aggressive they're being fighting for these links here. Drone even gets cancelled. Flash comes out perfectly to swing there. They do find 1 kill, looking to see if they can find many more before being forced to fall back. This extended hold really doing well for Reckoning, as Lost also finds oneself. Immutable pushes the smoke with his operator, not finding any success. Now it's just down to Immutable as the rest of his teammates crash one by one. 72 HP to work with, looking to save the operator, but Reckoning want no business to do with this, and they're challenging them extremely hard, and Lost shoots him in the back, and that's going to be operator out of the round. Not going to be picked up by Reckoning, since they want to be a little bit more aggressive on the back of the breach. Show up some flash dash combination along with the essentials.
I mean, it could have gone very badly for JN, but luckily the Astral Smoke was down in time to save him, even though he gets outed by his own breach. Not a very pleasant feeling, by the way. He does live to fight another day, and that's going to be a 5th round on the board for Reckoning. These fast skills really working out for them very well, them winning all the gunfights, or just playing in such a strong, aggressive position that the defenders can't really afford to the side go for replay. Meanwhile, though, while the recon comes through, again, the bot will spot out this player. Flex will be using that Phoenix to try and gather some information, as well as play really aggressively here. Will spot on Orange Leaf. Panzer will take down Flex's ult. However, Kawaii meanwhile will take down Orange Leaf on that long angle. It is going to be a long execute coming in soon. Jojo spotted at that CT angle. Flex being pushed down by that breached aftershock. Managing to take a kill first before doing, but response is still down for the kill. But Kawaii and Babygod will clean it up, finally getting a round for the Punish. That Phoenix himself, Flex himself coming in so pivotal that with his multi-kill.
Definitely. The aftershock usage was good, but the rest of the team was even better to find themselves in this. Taking a look at the scoreboard, Panzer not really doing what we see from him often. 1 kill, 5 deaths and 5 assists for him, which is not something we see really often from him. This time around, Immutable has opted up for a judge for himself, but he might be looking to go a little bit more aggressive. But still looks like Reckoning are content with the way the B-side executes are working out, and they're going to go in for a little bit of an aggressive form right here again. We do see Triss leading the charge. Flex expecting this, playing anti-flash perfectly, but he might be in the position to get a few kills for himself. But do they know about Jane right next to them here? But just as I say that, this B-side hit really gets shut down with these anti-flash positions, and there the charge really fails as well. Now it's just down to this 2v3 situation where Reckoning are in the man deficit for the first time in this for a long time in this series, but spike control is maintained by Team Punished here. They're looking a lot better coming out in these recent rounds. And Flex is holding a really good position here, and he might go and check. Just as say that, Panzer unsuspecting this position finds one. Orange Leaf though swings out, but Kawaii is there with the instant trade, just how you would expect it to be from Team like Team Punished.
Yep, Team Punish definitely showing signs of life that after that exciting round comes through. They realize that they can't really afford to give the site up, and the perfect anti-flash play coming in will let Flex get a couple of kills. Really well played by him, I would say, by them overall as a team. It is going to be 4-5. I know Punish very close to equalizing the scoreline, and they'll really be wanting to do that. Immutable as well has an operator in hand yet again. holding that C angle, and I think that the team, the side of they might expect that the side of Reckoning might expect that a quick result will come through. Flex will be spotted, but result doesn't really do enough damage. Meanwhile, though, on that C side, you will have two players really doing quite a bit of damage. Sorry, two players being taken out by the operator. Very unfortunate. It's going to be just a 2v5 right now. It is an eco round coming in for the side of Reckoning, so they won't be feeling too bad about it. But the result being committed and not getting anything off it, it was kind of unfortunate, I would say, for the side of Reckoning. It is going to be a player down towards A and one towards mid, seeing if any of these guys want to get greedy and if they can get a pick or two. But Punish is playing this perfectly. They have the advantage. They don't really want to lose any of these valuable guns, and they want to make the round as effective as possible for their own team, which is why they're holding the positions they are. Meanwhile, though, Jojo, he is playing that heaven angle, might find the timing onto this player here, but beautiful shot from Lost Boss will end up taking him down. It is going to be just one player left right now. Just Astra left, and Kawai will end up taking her down as well. That bringing the scores to an equal point here, 5-5 on the board. Reckoning losing their strong lead that they had just a couple rounds ago.
Yeah, definitely. It's really, we now see Team Punish kind of getting an idea of what to expect from Reckoning coming in these later rounds, and we do see them playing in a lot more of these anti-flash positions where they wouldn't expect full blind to come in, and Trist's aggression with the Ray Satchel is not really working out for them. This time around, we do see that Jojo looking to maybe place an aggressive start towards this A lobby. Yeah, that does come in, which is really interesting. Oh my god, this is going to be a combo that we see coming out from them on the back of that pull and the Sova ult. They do manage to find one kill on the back of that. Great utility switch coming out from them. But now, with that, they've lost a little bit of space towards this A side, but still, given the fact that Flex is holding this A-shot position, they don't know about the rest of Reckoning having made their way towards the A-long position. Orange Leaf not expecting this position coming out will pay for it. Now, there comes a run back from Flex, who does manage to find one kill. Wow, it looks like a lot of confusion going on around here as things just down to JN, and with Flex really playing a strong role coming out from this A-shot position. Now 1v2 for JN. He's gotten one kill, which has eased things for himself, but he doesn't want anything to do towards the C side, towards this A side. He's going to make his run all over towards the C side, to where he can potentially plant the spike. If Jojo isn't there quickly enough, both of them might just reach the same side in the nick of time. But Jojo definitely hears Jane running in. But what's happening? The fake plant comes out from to bait out a peek coming in from JN, and with the backside clear, he's gonna peek, he's gonna get the plant down. But Jojo's made the dance around the default side box, and suddenly Team Punish are gonna take control of the scoreboard.
I think that that was very well played by Jojo. He knows that the player is vulnerable spotting, but it's probably going to be a fake because he's not sure about the timing. And it was just pretty good. Either way, though, you do see Jojo having his ult on board off the back of that kill. But for the side of Team Reckoning, though, they will have 3 ults to work. They will have 3 ults to work with. They'll have that neural theft, which should give them a lot of essential info, as well as a couple of other ones. So this round, they might still be able to make it work despite Punish having the superior weaponry. The Jet of Late Storm will come through as well for JN right now. Really, that is going to be something that can create a lot of impact for the team, and the team is kind of depending on him to do something because again, the buy isn't that great coming through. You see a bunch of inferior guns coming in compared to those rifles on the side of Punish. The operator will have a rare miss of a shot, and the corner goes unchecked, and Kawai will be taking down JN. Panzer is left in the trade, however, and 2 players will be holding the CT angle here. Nice flash will enable Panzer to get the kill there. It's going to be a 3v3 right now. Cypher ult will come through as well as the Astra ult, letting the spike safely being planted here as players come through. Orange Chief will be putting it down, and the Astra wall will buy a little bit of time.
The Assault will buy them 24 seconds if no one from Team Punish looking to aggress this. They are going to respect it as of now. Lost does have the operator for himself as the Astro Wall goes down. He does spot out where we got in the corner there, does manage to miss the shot there. Another missed shot coming, that's going to be really expensive, and that allows where we got to get out of there. And there comes the retake position. Lost finally with the operator finds one kill for himself. Orange Leaf with one. Now it's just down to Jojo inside the Cypher cage, looking to find a way into this, but he knows that it's not going to be possible. Time is surely ticking. He does manage to find kill number 1, looking for kill number 2, but Orange Leaf is there to back his teammate up, who misses another op shot there. 6-6 as both Reckoning finally managed to really even things up at half.
Yeah, the 4 rounds in a row that they lost to Punish really did hurt them. But, despite Lost Boss not having the best time on the operator, he did get one kill off it, the impactful kill while the Killjoy was jumping down from heaven, possibly saving his teammate from a sad death. Let's not give him too much crap there, especially considering that he doesn't really play an agent that uses an op. Opping is easy sometimes, it's hard some other times, maybe he's just having a bad day. Either way, though, that is going to be the equalized scoreboard coming in for the side of both these teams, and the pistol round is gonna prove pivotal here because it will definitely give a confidence boost to one of these teams going forward into the next couple rounds. See a bunch of pistols coming in. Frenzy especially so good on this map. We saw how aggressive people can really be with that. Flex is going to be trying to get some garage info here. Orange Leaf playing surprisingly close here. Immutable as well, dashing through garage. Might walk into this crossfire and Orange Leaf will take him down. It is going to be Vibigo who can somehow get one kill, but Orange Leaf will have the trade on to Jojo here. It is going to be Orange Leaf for the 3k already. Flex will finally be able to get the kill onto him and trade it out. Kawaii meanwhile will be getting a kill onto Lost Boss as well. It's going to be just JN and the Rays versus Phoenix and the Sova.
Enemy remaining.
Alex will get the last kill onto Lost Boss. It's going to be just this one player left right now, as the spike will be planted towards the backside area. Jade should be able to get this kill very cleanly. And as I say it, Kawaii manages to find the timing on him, and the down will be going to Punished.
Yeah, definitely good showing coming out from Reckoning, good from Team Punish, especially given the fact that Orange Leaf had found 3 pieces for himself in that garage position. That extended garage hold really coming out on the back of that Astra and Cypher utility has been working out really, really strongly for them. But this time around, even though they last get the 3 kills, it's not enough to secure out the round, as Flex and Jojo are there in good position to secure it for themselves. This still doesn't warrant a force coming out from Reckoning, who are going to run it down mid as the 5 of them, which could be really expensive if Kawaii goes for this peak. Kawaii does manage to land the headshot there. Triss is at one with this classic, but the flash is good. Look at the number of kills they've gotten here. 3 pieces for Triss coming into this round here, but just Webicall is there to save that. He's equalized things up, and he's also found a 3 piece for himself to stop the bleeding and deny Reckoning taking over this thrifty round.
Yeah, that almost went very, very badly for the side of Punish style. Quite a bit of economic damage being done as multiple guns were dropped onto that side. But Vibegod manages to get a 4k. Will also bring him very close to his lockdown right now. I think he's 2 off it. Yep, he is indeed 2 off it. And I think he'll be happy because after this bonus round, they will be able to play for it. However, the loss of the guns is punishing some of those players. They will be forced to not have enough creds for the next round as they go forward. And Reckoning should be having their full buy as well, so they will be looking to get a good performance on this round going forward.
Yeah, this time around, does look like being Punished want to go in towards the C side where the hit is coming through. They do come in, but JN's position unchecked. He finds 1 kill, looking to find a little bit more value, finds 2 for himself, and even a 3 piece as he turns around and kills Garage. A flawless hold coming out. And wow, the tactical crouching has resumed again between the players.
Yep, I think that the opponent team started it last round during the pistol. Punished did start off with the tactical crouching, and Reckoning is just returning the favor. And they deserve it, after that beautiful flawless coming in from them. I feel like they do want to, flex it a little bit. Meanwhile, the 2 of the players from the side of Punished will be unable to really get good guns. You will see them on the Spectre. Trespass as well. He's going to be throwing in that early nade into A lobby, trying to aggressive forward a bit. Coming in with that Astra pull as well. Will break the recon immediately. I love the reflexes of these players. They know exactly what the other person's going to do. Jane as well, holding that nice headshot angle. Trying to see if he can get a couple of cheeky one-taps, but doesn't seem to be the case here. It is going to be just Punished holding. Gets a tick onto Flex, who is going to be really low. However, luckily for Flex, he is a Phoenix, so he should be able to heal himself. Meanwhile, the Panzer will be spotted out by that drone. Jet will dash into the smoke. Will get a kill onto that smoke. 2 kills for Panzer already. Beautiful smoke shots. I think that he heard you saying that he's not playing like he was yesterday, and I think he's trying to do his best there. Meanwhile, the Orange Leaf and Lost Boss will be running a farming simulator down C-Long. Flex will be able to get 2 kills, but it's going to be Orange Leaf who will take him out and close the round out, equalizing scores again. A little bit more tactical crouching coming in. I feel like these guys are really having fun at this point as they try to make this very close matchup go in their respective favors.
Yeah, definitely now things equalized. Team Punish should be an eco round coming in, given the fact that they did have Phantoms to work with, but they do have the run back and the lockdown, which might just be used to potentially secure this round for themselves. they do opt in for a mixed buy. They do manage to scrap something around here with those light armors and even a few specters across the board here. JN not opting in for an operator coming in this early into up, maybe looking to preserve that economy, one could say.
Perhaps that is the case, yeah. He might want to hold on to the operator, especially knowing that the side of Punish might not really be having a very good buy. You do see Spectre and 4 players on light armor. I think he feels like, because that might be the case, he could just do better with that. But now when he switches back to the operator, he's like, even if this round, even if they're on a thrifty, even if the opponent team is on an eco this round, I do want us to keep this for the next round. Again, it seems to be a pretty fast execute coming in onto that C side. They do seem to be playing a retake on it though, so despite because of the Phoenix ult precisely, will spot on one player, but Flex really won't be able to get any damage off it as the ult will be taken down. Kawaii should be able to get the plant as well. It is going to be a 5v5 retake incoming, and this should be pretty interesting to see how the team deals with it. Immutable will be caught in a bad spot here, will take a lot of damage from that breach aftershock, and wow, what a play coming in. Already losing Immutable, one of the pivotal Jet players. However, they do have a lot of post plan to play off of. They have the shock darts, they have the nano swarms. Also, one of the Hunter's Fury. If the Sova can get a couple of kills with the shock darts, it should be able to do a lot of damage there. Response moving back from the spike just in time to simplify it another day. Lost Boss will be getting 1 kill onto Kawaii, but the trades are there. It is going to be just Orange Leaf and the Jet left right now, and Orange Leaf will be able to get that last kill as his Jet defuses his spike. What a round coming in for the side of Punish and Reckoning both, but Reckoning especially, that retake was just so well coordinated.
Yeah, they did Team Punish did manage to stop the initial defuse on the back of those shock darts. Driss was unable to get half there, but the rest of the gunfights just went in their favor, which allowed it to get the defuse in the end. JN was just really taking the defuse, and yeah, just as I say that though, Reckoning looking to extend the lead, have taken control of the scoreboard, and this round around we do see. Given the fact that we saw an investment coming in the previous round, there's going to be an eco coming in, and this extended garage hold coming out for Reckoning, with Orange Leaf and Panzer holding these positions. The drone that does come in will spot that out, which is going to force them to abandon that setup, but Panzer launches a beautiful headshot over here. Shane's been extremely aggressive with his operator, not sure if he knows what Flex's position, who could really be in a pickle over here if he's not cleared out by Trist.
Get out of my way!
Flex might be looking to get himself in an aggressive position, even though he's so low in terms of HP here, but he's really sneaking all the way towards A. Triss does manage to spot him out in the end and will take him down in the meantime, and that makes things a little bit worse for Team Punish, as now they've also lost the only information they had towards this ace side. JN though has found a really aggressive position with his operator towards the side, which is say that Immutable's blade strike for 1 kill and down for another one for himself. Triss does manage to stop the bleeding and pulls out his Hunter's rocket, to find himself a kill here. He's buying so much time of the clock, but in the meantime, VALORANT will secure out the plant, but JN's flank's been activated so early coming in, and that's really made things hard for Team Punish as they're now all stuck into the side. They are just waiting for this position. JN does spot one, manages to secure the kill. They're looking for kill number 2, and Triss with a 3-piece in the round, securing out this 50. For denying the thrifty, for the side of Team Punish here.
Yeah, definitely. It was very close to Punish, but it wasn't good enough. A little bit of tactical crouching coming into defense, and very well deserved, I would say, especially off the back of that flicking hit on poor Jojo there. My god, poor guy. Either way though, a lot of map control that the team had, it didn't really matter. Immutable tried his best, did manage to get 2 kills off his Blade Storm, but luckily Trist was able to get that shade. And after that, it was just pretty unfortunate for the side of Punished. However, they will be having their full buy right now, and it's going to be a do-or-die round for them, because when you're looking at a score of 8-10, they do have to win this round to be able to they have a chance to equalize things. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to stage a comeback going forward, because Reckoning will be on to 11 points, and then if they do go in for another eco, they will bring them to match points. So Panzer, however, with that early pull, might also combine with that raise. They'll try and get a lot of damage, but the players have learned their lesson. They're going to be playing very patiently. It seems to be shaping up to be a field so far, as that lockdown will go through as well. Tripwire quickly broken, and they're just going to try and take on this side. flex as well. He is pushing, but you might not expect this player here as lost possible. Take him down. Pace for the greediness. It is going to be a 4. It is going to be a 5v3 retake. Sorry, 5v4 retake coming in right now for the side of Punish. They do have post-point utility playoff. They have. However, the Astra wall will go down, definitely making a huge impact. But Mighty God, he is on this phenomenal lurk here. Coming in through the ceiling and might definitely be able to catch a couple of players off guard. However, gets one, but the trade will come through. The Sova ult as well will tag 2 players, and Trispos, however, he's just gonna be able to stick the defuse as wow, what a ninja coming in despite 3 players being left alive on the side of Punished. The round will still go on Reckoning favor. So unfortunate that Astra Divide proving invaluable as it blocked out the sounds of the diffuse.
Yeah, definitely huge blunder coming out from Team Punish there, as they weren't able to stop the spike diffuse, but I'm definitely guessing the Astra utility had something to do with that. They probably didn't hear that, and right off the first time when it came off, like they were able to manage to get half despite the Hunter's Fury being used in, and Webby God's lurk really being denied there did create did a huge role to allow Reckoning to win this round. This time around, we do see going in for this garage. Towards this garage position where they will put Orange Leaf to the test. Is struck by towards the B side, gets spammed, revealing that this might just be a B hit, but just looks like they are setting towards the default, while the rest of them hop in towards this A side where they will face up against Lost Interest, excuse me.
Yeah, I think that we do have a small technical malfunction coming in for the side for in the game right now. But this game does seem to be overwhelmingly going in favor of Team Reckoning right now, as they're just stomping through these rounds. You know, they did have a little bit of trouble initially finding momentum against Punish, but they have regained they have equalized scores and now regained the lead. They only need to win 2 more rounds. I think things are looking pretty good in the Reckoning camp right now. But how do you think Team Punish is feeling right now?
With Team Punish, we've seen them being put in these positions before, and we've also seen what they know how to do. You know, they really know how to maintain the mental. They do know how to string rounds back to back. And with that, we're back in the game. Excuse us for the technical issue that really went down. Now it's down to a 3v3 retake. Astro Wall coming out from Jojo. That's bought some time, but Reckoning are looking to brute force through this. They do manage to get 1 kill, but Kawa is there from backside. Now it's just down to Jay, and his operator chimes in with 1, but that's going to be number 9 for Team Punished, as they manage to hold on as the 3-on-3 retake goes in their favor.
I mean, the shades were perfect. It was just the question of who got that first kill, and that honor went to Immutable there, and they managed to hold together yet another round, denying match point to the side of Reckoning. Reckoning, however, we do see that Jayan, if he wants to go for an operator, will have to forego armor as well as some of his util, making things harder for him. For the side of Punish, so they do have enough money to go in for another buy. Jayan's operator could make so much of a difference here with the money he currently has, and it's really important that he can do it. Meanwhile, he will spot the alarm bot being put down and he will break it, denying that little bit of info coming in for the Killjoy, making sure that they will have to come at resources to watch the push there right now, as Killjoy will be stuck. Meanwhile, the Jayan rotates over to that mid angle because he knows how much his players like to take mid control, and he's just gonna wait until he sees anything. Meanwhile, though, it does seem to be shaping up to be an A hit again. You see multiple players just waiting outside that A side, trying to hit it. The rotation does come through as the breach will be playing towards the CT side. We're watching P-Link, but it should be able to quickly rotate over. Trispos as well playing very close here. Astra will spot the Cypher camp, and Cypher knows that there is at least 1 player towards the garage area. Knows that it might end up being a BC hit in the end, and that does seem to be the case. It's gonna fall onto Jay and shoulders here to keep the side safe from the attackers who are just trying to push right now. Beautiful smoke will cover up that angle, and 1 kill will be coming from Jayan already. Quick dash will let Panther save him, and Panther with a 3k off that. What a beautiful spray down. It's going to be Orange taking that last kill with a flawless round, taking Team Reckoning to match point. What a cover coming in from Panzer there, because once the Jet had that kill, she was going to be stuck in that corner, but Panzer, knowing that they would be going to kill his teammate Jet, really steps in there and gets that beautiful spray down of a 3k.
And yeah, with that, Reckoning are on match point, looking to secure map 2 for themselves, really looking to close out the series early. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard together, so that gives us a rough idea of the economy we do see 3 bigger rifles being upgraded. So yeah, let's see what happens. This time around, they are going to get aggressive towards this mid position. That's been seen by Jayan's. Operator's going to strike in for one, and that's going to leave Team Punish an early man disadvantage. Reckoning they're ready to, really abandon this setup and see if they can just, allow Team Punish to get in aggressive positions. Team Punish are going to use the aggression as a sign for them to hop in towards this A set in a really aggressive manner. Recon comes in to spot Trist, but he fails to get a kill on the back of it. Now we are in a +1 position, still favoring Reckoning, but we've seen what happens, how Team Punish like to hold on to these the Astro and Killjoy utility bonus to use together. We are still seeing Reckoning being really slow. Operator pass on towards Triss given his low HP here. Dash comes in from Jayan, finds one Orange Leaf with one, Orange Leaf with another one. Now leave it just down to Flex. Let's see what he can do. He does manage to find some damage, also gets the player off the spike now. Flash comes in and he's going to be completely blind, looking to find something. But just as I say that, he finds skill number 2. Things are looking good, but Triss is actually, it's going to take him down, and Orange Leaf 6 the defuse. That's going to be map number 2. 39 as Reckoning really secure of the Haven, which was their map pick.
I think that Reckoning is really feeling the momentum right now. 13-7 on the first map, 13 on the second. Punish, they pulled it together for a bit in the middle, but last couple of rounds it was just Reckoning really just going in force, managing to defend so well, getting so much. They managed to have a lot of crossfire set up. The read on their opponents was perfect as well, and it was just very unfortunate for the side of Punish that they didn't really have any of those crucial ults as well as plays to make. And I think that Reckoning might even end up closing out today's finals in a 3-0 fashion at this rate, because they do seem to be very confident on these two maps. The third map, it is going to be Punished's pick, but Reckoning has proven that they don't really care. It doesn't matter if it's your map or my map, I'm still going to dominate, and that is the attitude they should be taking as we go forward into this tournament. We do have the third map coming up right now. I think that it is going to be Bind, or is it Split?
Ascent. I think it's Ascent, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is going to be Ascent as we do expect, but hey, all hopes not still lost for Team Punished. We are going to see both teams face off for the first time coming up in Ascent, so we're really excited to see how that pans out as we head over to Ascent in a little bit.
Yeah, we are going to be going on a short ad break right now, so get yourself some water, get yourself some snacks, and we will be going into the third map of Ascent. I like how I guessed every map of Ascent, but either way, we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Winning multiple awards for its exceptional performance and design, the G502 gaming mouse is without question one of the most celebrated gaming mice ever made. Now LogitechG has improved upon the iconic with a new superior high-performance model, the Logitech G502 Hero Gaming Mouse. As its name implies, the new and improved G502 Hero Gaming Mouse is equipped with the next generation Hero optical sensor. It more than lives up to its moniker with performance that far outpaces that of previous generation sensors, including the renowned PMW3366. A tremendous boost in its performance manifests itself with up to 16,000 DPI and the capability to exceed 400 IPS. All with zero smoothing and unbeatable accuracy. The Logitech G502 Hero Gaming Mouse also lands loaded with a wide range of customizable features. It boasts 11 programmable buttons, including a sniper button, which when held down switches the DPI to your precision aim preset. You can also tweak the mouse's balance to fit your personal preference, with 5 individual weights fine-tuning it from 121 grams to 139, whilst light sync technology means you can enjoy visually stunning RGB lighting across 16.8 million colours. It also enjoys onboard memory for storing up to 5 different profiles, adjustable DPI with DPI shift, upgraded click switches, and an updated braided cable. To find out more about the new Logitech G502 Hero Gaming Mouse, just hit up logitechg.com.
Hello good people, I am back with another review, and this time it's for the headset of my choice, which is the Logitech G Pro X headphones, which is pretty much the best headphones that I've used so far, period. The Pro Series is all about design and collaboration with esports players, a range of products which is perfect for gaming. It's gonna give you everything that you need and nothing that you don't. When we talk about the headset, there are a lot of features that are packed into this one headset. For instance, it comes with a Blue technology mic. Now, if you're not aware of what a Blue technology mic is capable of, check out my recent video where I did a review for this Blue technology mic. There is quite a lot of difference between like a full mic setup and a headset mic, but Logitech G has done a commendable job at giving you the best possible headset mic experience. There are some endless possibilities with this mic. I will showcase that when we cover the G Hub software, and I will show you how to use this headphone to the fullest. So first, let's see how the headset looks like. The hardware seems pretty solid, as we have come to expect from all Logitech G products. The headband is like super soft, and it has a nice stitching finish on the top. Like it's so soft, it feels really comfortable on the head when you wear it like for long durations of times. The headset feels really premium quality, and it is quite stretchable. That means it's good head support. There is this like stamping of the Pro into the leatherette on the top, which looks really cool. And then on the sides there are these like
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the Logitech Esports League India. We're in the middle of the finals right now. 2 maps over, Reckoning really giving Punish a run for their money, as they have taken 2 maps in, if not outright domination, with a pretty clean lead. First map was Icebox, coming in with a 13-7 score, and the second map was Haven, coming in with a 13-9 score. They do seem to be feeling very comfortable with their agent choices as well as their players, and they're doing pretty well in this tournament, is what I can say. We are going to be going to the third map Ascent shortly, but before that, let's take a look at the scorecard for the previous game.
This time around, Orange Leaf really stepping up for his team in this round. 23 kills for himself, 21 for Trist. This is the kind of explosive race gameplay we do know him for. Chain with 16 kills, but that doesn't really represent the impact he had, as he has 6 first bloods to work with. Loss with 14 to himself, on the breach with 5 assists, Panzer with 13. That really talks about how those stuns and concussions really came impactful to his team. We do see Kawhi having stepped up from the previous map as well. He was towards the bottom of the scoreboard in the previous map. 17 kills to himself. Webby with 14, 13 for Flex and Immutable, and Jojo with 12. Jojo kind of, leading towards the bottom of the scoreboard. But hey, that's not really because of his aim. That's because the Astra agent, you can't really expect to flag out on that because of, how cumbersome it can be to, enter the Astral form. But he has 9 assists to back him up, to show that he did have a decentish game.
I agree with you on that front. I believe that Kawhi did have a very good game for his team, but it just wasn't enough because every single player of uh, on the side of Reckoning did have a better impact going into the game. Overall, it wasn't just one player dominating. It was overall how they played as a team, and even Panzer, even though he only has 11  15, you see him with 13 assists, which really shows how much he's been doing with the Astra, either damage wise or utility wise. I feel like they were just overall very consistent throughout their rounds, multiple flawless rounds being pulled off, which is really a huge credit coming in when going up against a team like Punished. And let's look at the player versus player performance for this map.
Yeah, play by player, we should be orangely for Team Reckoning, 23 kills, 12 deaths. We did speak about how he had a great game, and on the other hand, we have Kawhi. We did speak about how, he really saw him stepping up from the previous map. 1.31 KD to boost for himself alongside 7 assists. So he's going to be really happy with how, he's been feeling up on the server. It was monumental. I really like the lead on aggression we saw coming out from them on the back of that Astra pull and the server ultimate that they used towards A lobby. Did manage to get them a kill there, but also managed to burn a little bit of clock and also burn off a little bit of time of the clock, and also buy a little bit more space for themselves coming into the round.
I think that Kawhi did do his best, and he did get a couple of those clutches, engaging in those tactical crouches as well afterwards. But it wasn't going to be good. It just wasn't good enough. Hopefully, though, Punish managed to find a solution to their woes as we go into the third map, which is going to be Ascent. This is their map pick, so hopefully they should be feeling pretty confident on it. And going into the map, we do seem to be looking at a mirror matchup almost. For the side of Team Reckoning, they're going to have Lost Boss in the usual. So, Orange Leaf, interestingly enough, going in for that Killjoy instead of a Cypher. I think that overall Killjoy is a very strong agent on this map. The multiple ways you can play it on a lockdown is just so good. Jane going in for his usual Jet. Panzer on that Astra, as always. Just Boss, instead of going in for that race, is going to be going in for that Phoenix. It is going to be a mirror matchup coming in for both these teams, and it's just going to be a question of who is going to do better. The attacking will be Team Punished going on first, and they want to get as many rounds as possible because they do have a team comp that is pretty good for defense, as does the opponent. So they will be wanting to get it at least a couple of rounds on attack to make their job easier when they're defending.
Yep, definitely. Reckoning will be happy to start on this defensive half as we do see them pull up the Astra Killjoy. We do see Trist hopping over to the Phoenix as they bring in the Sova instead of the Breach, so that's going to be the replacement for the Flashes. And even Punished, though, we do see Flex sticking to the Phoenix, and a really similar, the same agent copy saw coming out from them. Coming in the previous round. Pretty default setups, pretty default vanilla comps coming out from both ends in this map. And yeah, let's see what happens. It does look like it is going to be a B-side execute, and that's exactly where they're going to be greeted by this Astra and Killjoy utility here. Yeah, it does look like they are trying to find the optimal setup so that they can play on the back of themselves. Aggressive A utility coming in that's going to allow a little bit of aggression, but just as they do find the information that no one's at A, that's also going to prompt rotations from Lost, and as they have put JN into Vines. The B side hit does get called off as they now see a little bit of gravitation towards this mid and catwalk area.
Yep, we do see the aggression coming in, and Jojo is going to spot a player. The recon will make sure that there isn't anybody holding a very close angle that Lost Boss will be able to take it, and he is going to be dashing into that A side. JN, however, is holding this pivotal position in that A main area. Should definitely be able to do quite a bit. Lost Boss will be launching those pivotal shock darts, going to that default position, will do a lot of damage off it. But Immutable is ready for JN before he could get that kill. Wow, what a play coming in from him. A bit of damage being done right off the back of that recon as well. It is going to be a 5v4 retake incoming for the side of Reckoning. Panzer, however, meanwhile, will catch the lurk coming in towards this position. Will dodge that flash beautifully, and Response will be able to take Flex down. It's going to be a 4v4 right now as time is ticking on. The side of the defenders really need to hurry here. The beautiful Astra pull will slow down things for a bit in that heaven area. Nothing really happens that as Orange Leaf will get a kill. There is going to be plays on the having 1v1 right now, and Orange Leaf almost has it, but Vibe God will get that headshot onto him, letting the first round go in the favor of Punished.
Definitely good round coming out from Team Punish there. They're going to be happy with that one. They did suffer a lot of economic losses, just one member surviving. Plus, they're going to have to reinvest into all of the Killjoy utility. But they do manage to do so. Spectres coming out all around for them, except for Flex, who does get the ghost from Where We God.
Coming back.
Yeah, but given the fact that they did have a little bit of success, Reckoning aren't going to opt in for the force buy. They are going to go in for an eco, and we see what they did on Haven again. They are going to run it down mid, potentially looking to fight it towards mid link here. And Jojo might just be caught off guard given the fact that he's in the Astral form. But the drone does come in, which does manage to tag out one member, which has not gotten any other information. The Phoenix Molotov is perfect. Chris gets 2 kills for himself on the back of that, and Immutable just finds one before Jane takes him down. And suddenly things are looking good for Reckoning as they have the 4v2 advantage, but the HP is low on certain members. And now they're going to activate the B main flank, which is going to force Flex to respond with taking up an aggressive position towards Market as well. The turret being destroyed for Webby God is going to inform him that there are a lot of members towards this B side, B main position. But it's going to be a 4v2 situation. The Angry Horde of Reckoning defenders is going to walk in towards the side. Flex finds 1 kill, but just as I say that, Webby finds 1, and things are now just have gone down for Reckoning as having the early man advantage doesn't pay for them, doesn't pay well, and managed to lose a round. Good hold coming out from Webby God and Flex as they managed to win the 4v2.
Yeah, those are some very clean shots coming in from the Killjoy there. I like the choices, but rather than fighting it out in mid with the team, they chose to reposition and try to play off the spike plant, which definitely got them a lot of space. Meanwhile, though, the team is going to be pushed into a bit of a weird buy coming in. They are going to choose to, multiple players are going to choose to invest fully into this round, as you see Kawaii going in for that Phantom as well as Immutable having to buy a Bulldog again. They will probably be pushed into an eco next round if they don't win this. Bit of a gamble coming in from them, but either way it works. On the other side, though, Reckoning will be having the guns that they really need. So will already take a little bit of early damage. The Astra Gravity will push the Phoenix off the angle chain. However, holding his very pivotal position will off that flash. Oh no, off that flash will manage to somehow make it through, but Flex's Molly will take him down. Very, very unfortunate. What happened that Killjoy Lockdown will come through as well off the back of that stunning 3k coming in. Response is going to try to make sure that nobody is lurking down mid, and Lost is going to be going under heaven trying to hold down this angle. It is going to be an A-hit coming in right now. 4v5 situation incoming. Sova is low. Panzer with a beautiful shot onto that jet. Will take it and move and equalize things, but Lost was his position both unchecked. We got finally managing to get the trade. We got Surret as well managing to take on Panzer after somebody hits a phantom headshot on him. It's going to be 2v3 right now. The Sova is still really low here. Flex's position is known as well. I find the timing, and Flex with that collateral will take the round. 3-0 coming in for Reckoning right now. Feeling pretty confident on their map pick.
Yep, definitely good. This is really what we spoke about, the Astra Killjoy setup, really beautifully working out for them. Lost, though, does manage to find 1 kill from his undetected position towards Underheaven onto an unsuspecting Jojo, but the trades are there. And suddenly for a little bit, it did look like Reckoning could have won this round, but then the rest of Team Punish really stepped up. Triss, though, this time around, he's going to be forced on towards this charge to work with. And hopefully maybe finding a little bit of value, just as Immutable has been doing throughout the entire game with his shotgun. Does go aggressive here, Turret does follow Webby God, and that's going to be a jumping Phoenix coming out of the corner, but it doesn't matter. Webby God surviving with an inch of his HP there. Turret spots out Orange Leaf, and he's going to be stuck in that position as they might be looking to secure up the kill over there. Does manage to retreat with relative safety, but still looks like Team Punish to have the weapon advantages, which should lead to them winning the round. JN looking to secure this orb, looking to see if he can get a kill and have his Blissum ready to play off in the next round. But Team Punish are going to be extremely cautious as they approach this angle, and Immutable turns around and finds a headshot there. Flex commits his run it back in a 3v5 round to potentially help them clear out this A side. Dash comes out from Immutable, which is going to be clearing a little bit more of this A side. Now Jojo's going to get a kill onto Orange Leaf, who wasn't expecting this position entirely. And now it's just down to Reckoning to play for consolation kills. Now it's just down to Lost Boss, who does get spotted there. And he's going to see if he can maybe reposition, find a kill or two, because he doesn't have a weapon to save for.
That is true. He's only going to have the Sheriff, and there aren't really any guns dropped for him to pick up either, so he just wants to do as much economic damage as he can, which honestly isn't going to be much because the side of the side of Punish is going to have a pretty healthy economy at this point. Either way, the Lost Boss doesn't really have anything to lose at this point. We'll just try and get a couple of those pieces, and after Jojo and the Jet will double peak. Jojo with a 3k on the round, really proving strong here, and Punish do seem set to make a comeback. If you look at the way they're playing right now, they're playing so confidently, so uninhibitably. This is really what you talked about, that mental strength to know that even when you're losing 0-2, you do really want to have the fortitude to make a comeback, and Punish seem to be on their way to doing that. Reckoning has to figure out what they're doing wrong here, how are they losing these rounds. This is going to be their fullback finally coming. This is going to be the second fullback coming in. They will have those rifles again, I think, to try and make a difference with. And this round is kind of bust for them because if they don't win, they're going to push to another bad eco.
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah, we do see them setting up with this Killjoy and Astro setup again that we expected towards this side. And yeah, it does look like a B-side hit coming in for Team Punished over here. But we are going to be heading into a tech pause. This time around, for the first time, we do see JN in a position where he can maybe show off some of his operator skills. And Immutable, despite having a lot of money to work with, will not be opting in for an operator of his own, which is so that they can get a little bit more aggressive to on these site executes for themselves on the back of that dash.
Yep, the operator definitely can be a huge playmaker here, especially if the side of Punish isn't very careful about it. A lot of impact can be had off it. The question is, how aggressive is Jane going to get? Because we've seen him get really aggressive with that operator before, and if he doesn't hit a shot, he might really end up paying for it. Also, an operator is one of those weapons that you don't just want to have to get one kill off of. That's a huge investment. It's 5,000 credits. I'm sorry, 4,000 something credits, and despite the slightly cheaper prices after the last match, it's still a huge investment, and losing it might not really bode well for the rest of your team. Either way, though, it is going to be Punished trying to close this half out in as explosive a fashion as possible. They might even be dreaming about the 13-0 right now, considering the way they're playing. It's not unlikely. Reckoning really has to figure out how to contend with this constant aggression / being unable to win their fights.
Yep, definitely. Reckoning, though, we did see them coming out with strong, performance in the first half, and it does seem like they do prefer a little bit of the attacking set, especially on Haven, where they use the breach effectively. Interesting to see if we see them coming up with something similar in this half. This time around, JN's brought his operator towards this B side, which can be interesting to see if we can find some early value out of it. But it does look like, Team Punished want nothing to do with this operator, and JN's finding space by space. He's cutting out the gap between him and the defenders, looking to see if he can get some space over here. Recon that comes in towards A, that's going to reveal to them there's no one holding this A side, and that's also going to call for a switch of positions maybe on the Reckoning side, but they scratch that idea. But look at how slow Team Punish are ready to play this, perhaps expecting some sort of aggression coming out from JN over here. But Flex finally decides to get a little bit of space ahead, and they are going to be running into this operator from JN. Recon that comes in, so does the flashbang, but it's a miss. JN's going to find one kill on the back of that, and also going to make his way out of there. He has opted in for a different angle, but just as the operator rings in, it's also going to be a sign for the rest of Team Punish to make their way over towards this catwalk position, looking to head towards the A side, but they don't really have to deal with the operator.
It does seem to be an execute coming
30
in.
seconds
So
left.
2 players on short and 2 players in that main angle. Where we got making sure that A main wasn't pushed, holding down with that Killjoy utility. Tries to get that orb as well to try and have that lockdown coming in as soon as possible. Lost will have that recon perfectly in order to try and get a kill onto off it. We'll spot 2 players, one under heaven as well as one planting. And it's going to come the running back will be taken down as well. It is going to be a 4v5 retake coming in for the defenders right now. And there is still 1 player left on that shot. Like I said, we got after getting that plant, we'll have that lockdown as well to work with. Definitely can create a huge impact here. And Kawaii will manage to find Panzer here, making things into a 4v4 yet again. Not much time left as that Killjoy buys them a lot of time here. 8 seconds being bought, 15 seconds being bought off that clock. Right now, it is going to be the Jet pulling on the blade storm as well. Volley coming in, denying things further. So I think that at this point they might end up just choosing to save, because there is really no time here, and it is going to be a 4-man save coming in at this point for the defenders. Water round coming in from the Punished here. Lost Force manages to find 1 kill, but Vibigod again trades it out, and it's going to be just 2 guns left for the defenders here, as Lost Force also loses it. Wow. The Blade Storm was committed, the Phoenix Ult was committed, it still wasn't enough though, as Spanish walk away yet another round off the back of that lockdown. Either way though, we are going to be looking... Yep, go on.
Yeah, definitely great coming in for Punish over here as they managed to string out another run despite having lost the early man advantage. That post-plant utility for them really coming in clutch to help them buy so much time. They really make good use of it. This time around, they are looking to go in towards the B side again, but this time they're going to be a little bit more cautious, scared of the operator as they come in with that Sova drone this time around. Now the dash should be imminent from Immutable at any second right now. A counter drone comes in that's going to force the rest of Punish to get into hiding position so they don't give up much information here. Only one player spotted, which might force Reckoning to get a false idea of this round as the rotations are still being, held over towards the A side as JN. So looking to see if he can get a kill or two, and the same can go for Twist. Recon that comes in, which should be broken, but a tick comes off, which is going to reveal the positions of the two defenders holding this side. And now Immutable's on the wrap here, looking to see if he can get a kill or two on this side. Recon that comes in to assist his teams with a little bit more information, but now it's just down to Reckoning to defend the siege of this side. But just I say that the kills don't go in their favor. Immutable was in a great position to find 2 kills for himself. Now suddenly it's just down to JN. JN having made having carried forward that operator from the previous round is going to see if he can do that again one more time. And it looks like a safe call coming in for him, but it looks like Punished are in the position to deny this, as Flex was looking to potentially fire out a flashbang so that they could capitalize off it and maybe even get a pick.
I mean, the virus world, they do have the economy to try and lose guns and try and get this operator out. It's a very huge gun coming in for this team. And JN will be able to get that first kill, but his position is going to be known right now. And I don't really know if he can continue saving this. Phoenix will be throwing down that firewall. Jet smoke coming in as well. Second kill coming in for JN here. Will dash away, but his position will again be one player standing. JN with the third kill coming in. It's going to be just Immutable left right now as he tries to get that pick. JN holding down this angle very slowly and very closely. 4 kills coming in for J8 right off that round. I mean, it's economic damage, sure, but at what cost? Either way, there will be a pause coming in right now. I'm not... never mind. Pause. There is going to be a tactical timeout coming in for the defenders. Like, I think trying to figure out where exactly they're going wrong after such a dominant performance in those 2 maps. Managed to just running away with this map. It's the only real word for it. Jane will manage to save his operator. Will also get a couple of kills that will propel him closer to his Blade Storm. And yeah, it is going to be a couple of ults on the board for this team right now. They have Orange Leaf as well as the Astra ult plus the Sova ult to try and deny the plan. You also have from the side of the attackers though, you do have the Blade Storm, the Sova ult, and again the Astral Divide coming in for these players. So they should be trying to do a pretty simple take, especially we've seen the A side being taken before with that Astra Cosmic Divide. It's just so good coming in from them. And yeah, the team of Reckoning will be probably echoing right now. They do still have their operator from the last round, but the remaining players will have to either go in for the Sheriff buy or forced into Spectres, which is not really doing them any favors as they did at the last round as well.
Yeah, definitely. Reckoning are desperately looking to find a solution to stop the bleeding into this round because they've conceded 6 rounds in a row. But Ross being punished, they've really ironed out their executes coming into this third map, like really not wanting to give up. And yeah, let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. Given the fact that now 6 rounds are over, there are definitely no economical issues coming out for Team Punished as we saw earlier on. And yeah, JN really holding for this operator, looking to see if we can find some value. This cross fire towards this B side could be really important as they've gone for 4 members towards this B side and allowing, which allows JN to really hold down the A side alone with his operator. But look at Team Punish; they're showing so much patience, looking to maybe some early round aggression, which causes Reckoning to get a little bit greedy. And they find them peeping down the wrong hallway, which eventually results in a kill for themselves. Kawhi launches out a recon towards this side, which is going to get taken down after a pulse. And it looks like they are looking to get this orb for Flex so that he can pop his running back for this B side execute, which should be used right about now. But as I say that, Team Punish are going to completely sell this fake here, as multiple players are still holding towards this towards his A side. It's just Flex alone over here. Now Reckoning's position is going to reveal to them that this is just only a fake. When now JN's operator is really going to come to the test. As I say that, he finds one, and Flex trying to aggress doesn't really work out. JN with 2 kills for himself with this operator already, doing great work. And Jojo, since he's already found himself in a great position towards market, has found 1 kill for himself, looking to see if he can fight for a kill or 2. The rest of Reckoning want to clear him out. Flashbang comes in, but doesn't matter, as Lost is there with the Sheriff, and now suddenly things are looking bad for Team Punished. And they also have the lockdown to work with, which just be in the rare case they want to, succeed, secure this round. It does come in, and Webby is in a bad position to be able to escape from this one. The operator, though, is going to be prevented from getting any more damage. But just I say that, Flex with the 3k for himself is now going to make his way onto Vines, but the defuse has already been tapped by Trist, knowing the fact that he cannot push him here. Gets half, looking to take out the full thing, but Trist is there with a beautiful shot. Does he have enough time to secure the defuse? He does! 0.48 seconds as this thrifty round victory comes in for Reckoning on the back of JN's really important early 2 picks coming out with this operator.
Yeah, what a thrifty coming in off that hero op. No, so well played by Reckoning. The patience being shown, and Trish knows his timings instead of trying to stick the entire spike. He gets half, almost free fires the player at main because he does know the position. And it was just very well. It was a good call to commit that ult despite it being a 4v2, because that ult is kind of what was very crucial to push the opponent Phoenix off the angle. Flex had to be pushed into that cubby, into that Vines area, and it really let him do a lot there. Meanwhile, though, the tactical timeout has served out Reckoning well. They can start trying to make a comeback on this defense, and it is going to be they should be having money to buy guns as well. Operator back in JN's hand. The Sova Recon will come through, trying to get a couple of info for his teammates, making sure that nobody is holding that operator, holding down that A angle with an operator. Meanwhile, though, on the B side, you do see these 2 players just waiting, because the side of Punish is playing really patiently and they don't want to over-rotate. Just, I think he hears something down shot, but he isn't quite sure about it yet. He is in a very important position right now, because he can staunch the 2 people pushing it. If they're pushing into shot right now, if they are going to be his skills, it's going to come down to timing and luck, as the Astra smoke will come through as well. So it is going to be, it does seem to be shaping up to be an A push right now, with all these players stacking up around here. So Alto will come through as well, doing a little bit of damage, doing almost no damage. The Molly, however, will come through, and he will push for the Molly. Gets 1, but Flex is there for that shade. 1 more kill, 1 more player being spotted. That just possible be able to take down Jojo there, and Killjoy will be caught with a pants down as he tries to close that door. Spike dropped as well. Jay managed to make his way into heaven. Plus, the player will be falling back to wait for his teammates, and it is going to be a 4v3 retake incoming for Reckoning. Immutable as well will be pulling out that blade stop in a very pivotal position here, holding on to this angle. Jane will get Flex as Flex takes and Panzer. It's going to be a 2v3 right now. Immutable can do so much damage off that turret. Misses his right leg, will be forced down into heaven, but Kawaii will get 2 kills off of that bait, and Immutable will get that last one. What a strategy coming in from these 2 players, just holding so well.
Definitely rare miscarriage from Immutable on the blade storm. We don't really see those coming around, but he does manage to deal some damage. But he does have Kawhi instantly there to find himself a few trades and a few kills over there. This round, having lost this second, are going to be forced in an eco. Jane does have enough money to opt in for the operator potentially, and maybe even opt in for the blade storms. He does drop over a Vandal, I think, to Lost, while the rest of them are going to opt in for an eco. This time around, they do go in for a B stack. 3 players holding towards this B side. There comes the blade storm, and the runner back is going to get cancelled immediately, but they don't manage to get the kill on his body in the open there. Webby's found 2 quick kills, but it's just right click territory for JN here. He's found 2 right clicks. Great usage of the blade storm here. Looking to see if he can. Oh, there's only 1 right click. Oh, excuse me for that. He only found 1 right click. Their losses there with the instant trade. But look at Jay and trying to be a little bit sneaky. He's gonna get punished for exactly that. The plant was attempted but gets denied. 2v3 for Reckoning to win it. But just to say that Trist falls down, leaving it just down to Kawhi. Lost though in this position in a 1v3. It's all down to him if he can secure the Immutable. Extends out with his Phantom, finds the headshot, finds the kill for himself. That's going to be round number 8 coming out for Team Punished into this as they really lock down their attacking lead.
I think that Punished, they managed to figure out how to attack properly, and they're dominating with all the entries they are getting. I think that finally Jade will be able to buy that Operator again. Operator was what made the difference last round with those 2 kills he initially got off it. Hopefully he can repeat the same again. And it just seems like the defense is just so weak for Team Reckoning right now. I really feel they also have that lockdown in store for the Killjoy. But Jane is there with that aggressive peek, goes forward in front. In spite of the turret, will be able to take that player down. And once the spike is been dropped, he will be waiting here. An uncharacteristic miss coming in for Jane here. Meanwhile, though, the mid pressure has come in. Player will be spotted by that Sova Recon. Lucky information coming in. Immutable is going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Players here. Jane as well being able to take down Flex. That is so huge. Immutable will be able to get that trade. Gets 2 kills somehow off of that. And immediately all the work that Jane has done will go to waste here. Response waiting in that main area that they might not expect him, as Immutable just goes into that side trying to make sure it's clear for his teammates to safely bring the spike. Either way though, it is going to be the B side which is taken right now, and Response still in a pivotal position here, but they might not expect where Kawaii is sitting right now. Kawaii might be able to do a lot of damage for this team as we go forward. And Response, Response does have the run it back and might be taken down here, but on one they get that kill. Immutable gets that trade. It's going to be a 2v1 right now, and as for the position is no one. An uncharacteristic miss coming in from Panzer, but Response is luckily there for the trade, and it is going to be a second round on the board for Team Reckoning right now. They must be breathing a huge sigh of relief there.
Yeah, definitely there. Tristan really had this important position, where he could use that run and back, and that really revealed Kawai's position, forcing him in a really bad spot. And with that, it was an easy round coming out for Reckoning, to win out the trades. And in the end, Tris stepped up to the plate and got one for himself, which really secured the round. Round number 2 does come out for them, and Reckoning is really looking to find some success into this half, like to see if they can, deny a few more rounds and maybe get 4 rounds, which could potentially put a little bit of pressure on them to win the pistol, and they could maybe spin the match from there.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen worse comebacks happen before, let's face it. Either way though, I think that Reckoning have finally managed to figure something out, and despite the win though, they are gonna have a pretty bad economy, as you see Orange going in for that judge instead. The Killjoy ult will come down, however, and it will create a lot of space for the attackers here as they go into this B side. Panzer as well with that beautiful molly will be pushed back. It is going to be a nice shot coming in from Response. Will take down Immutable, who is just running into that shot. Jojo is still here as well. Lost Force is just waiting to take him down. Spike is going to be planted here, but Flex, he has such a pivotal
Player standing.
Get the origin, get the trade. It's gonna be a 1v4 right now. Just as Sova left, he's on site. They know that he's the planter, and Kawaii is in a very bad position here because he has to really take these fights. But he's gonna be possibly double pick. It's gonna be hard. As just supposed to PK will get the third round on the board for Reckoning. They are on their way to be able to make a 4-8 half out of this, and that's not too bad. Like, it's not good, but it's still doable.
Yeah, now Tris, the big deal for me in this round is that Tris used his run back only the previous round, and now he has it again to work with, which is great news for Reckoning because they can really use Tris's aim prowess in his aim department, help these retakes out. This time around, they do have the bigger ultimates to work with, the run back coupled with the Killjoy ultimate and the Hunter's Fury to, make sure that they are able to secure this round with. They should be playing in the retake position, while Team Punished only have the jet blades and the cosmic divide to work with if things go down to using them.
I mean, it is a lot story. They certainly do want to see them being used, but either way, there does seem to be a little bit of healthy aggression coming in from behalf of Response here as he throws that molly down. Knows that he has multiple players coming on that A side. He will be falling back to the short position, so he can be able to use his run it back. Meanwhile, though, the Blade Storm will be activated for Immutable here, and the orb gets waited here as well, seeing if anyone can really get their hands on any earth. They are going to be able to rotate back. It does seem like they are trying to rotate back, waiting for somebody to push and give them a kill before they decide where to go. And this patience is such a trademark coming in from the side of Punished. They are always ready to capitalize on their opponent's mistakes. The problem is when those aren't really there, and that's when they find it hard. But this game, they've just been playing so well. They've been able to really win their fights. You are aggressive. And the Astral ult will come through right now. Astral Divide will spawn out. Will be able to block out a lot on that side. And the Phoenix ult will also be spotted here. This boss will get a kill,
Spike down
but
A.
that will be popped here. And oh no, Immutable should be able to get that kill. On the next one gets another somehow,
wow.
but Lost was there for the trade. It's going to be a 3v3 right now. As the last spike goes down, the Hunter's Fury still is available for Lost Boss, so she might be able to clear out that Vines area. Yep, he does in fact launch his missile strike on that area, but nobody's really gonna get tagged here. Pretty unfortunate. The Killjoy lockdown will go down as well, but the Hunter's Fury is available on both sides, so it will be able to take that lockdown out very easily. Orange Leaf, meanwhile, will put his Ivy God will get 2 kills off of that. It's gonna be a 1v3 right now, and Ivy God with a 3k will close out the half. 9-3 for Punish. Should be feeling very pleased with himself.
Switching sides.
Big round coming out from Team Punish. The fact that they were able to get the Hunter's Fury up and running so that they could deny the Killjoy out lockdown. Killjoy lockdown to allow the retake was great. That allowed them to really win the round. Now it's down to Reckoning to make a statement coming out on the defense of this first of their map. Of Team Punish's map, excuse me, to see if they can potentially close around the 3-0 scoreline, but doesn't look like that given the fact that now Team Punish are extremely fired up and looking to take us to take Reckoning to the bleachers and maybe force a 5th map in the day.
Yep, I think that Punished is really reaching into themselves to try and find some willpower to try and take this to a map 3. A map 4 as they win this map 3. It is going to be a very straightforward execute coming in as you see them just basically running it down. One player kind of caught in the open will barely manage to get away with his life here. Flex getting 2 beautiful shots to that smoke. But Jane is finally able to get a trade that. Flex, nice flash. Just possible end up taking the Jojo, and Panzer will take on Flex as well. What seemed to be a really good start for the side of Punish is already shaping up to be going in Reckoning's favor. However, the Jet is really low and the Astra has half HP as well, so there is quite a bit of damage that can be done here. Kawaii will manage to take on the Jet here. It's gonna be a 2v2 right now. Trespass is pretty low as well here. Current, such an annoyance here, can be so annoying, and both players are going to be playing this under heaven angle, having this crossfire. It is very important for the Killjoy and the Sova to be pushing together so that they can shade each other. But either way, that does seem to be the case here. And Recon will come through. Panther will get that kill. This was will peak as well with that frenzy is moving so effective in close range. Recon stuck onto Trespasser's body, but it won't matter as the round will go in Reckoning's favor, making them they're able to now breathe a sigh of relief because they should win the round afterwards. And 5-9 is a much better big score than 3-9.
Yep, definitely. Flex though did kick off in style with 2 kills through the smoke, but that the flash went amiss for him, which really let the rest of Reckoning strike and get those kills. Honestly, sticking to the frenzy while the rest of Reckoning upgrade into their Spectres, excuse me. Shockdart does come in to do some damage, but Triss is just going to be playing Guardian off the side right now and hold it down. While the spike is go on.
Yeah, there are multiple players stacked in towards his B side, just waiting towards the opening. Nice shot that will take down Immutable, however, unfortunately, him and his shot team will not be living to fight another day. As Orange Leaf again going in for that lurk through mid. This was will take on one player, will catch the other off guard as well. 2 kills already coming in for him. Very pivotal kills as well, considering that he is playing the Phoenix. And meanwhile, there will be timing here as Flex will be able to pick up that Spectre. It is going to be Orange Leaf who knows where this player is exactly, and a nice morning will be pushing out that. One enemy remaining. The kill on him is going to be just Flex left as Lost Boss will take him down with the real time thing, and the gun should be recovered as well. Yes, Orange Leaf managed to get his hands on it, and this is going to be the real round here because Reckoning, if they manage to win this, they will be well on their way to staging a comeback. However, they are going to have that inherent gun disadvantage, of Spectres versus Phantoms and Vandals. So the question is, can they do it this round?
Yeah, definitely. Though this bonus round will have so much of stress coming into defining the way the round works out for us. It does look like Orange Leaf wants set into a default to hold this B side. Shock does do come in, I think, to deal some damage there. But look at Reckoning, they are in a position to play out so slowly. Orb does get tapped to pay down a little bit of utility, but nothing comes their way. And they are going to just play for map control, getting control of the orbs. Kawaii sends out a drone for himself, looking for some aggressive information, but he's only spotted one member there. He's not He doesn't know about anyone else there. Also tags the turret, the very interesting, because if it gets taken out of range, he would know if there's rotation coming in. But there's nothing out of the sort going on right now.
I mean, they do have the right back to work it off. I don't know if they really want to commit it in a bonus round, but the way things are going, they might want to use it anyway. JN as well, they're just waiting for the side of Punish to make a mistake to be aggressive. But Punish seems to be aware of that, and they're just going to be patiently holding out right now. Meanwhile, though, the short angle is trying to be attempted to be cleared off by Honestly with that nice place to place Nana Swarm. JN has already made his way into sight, however, and will be holding down the shot. However, Jojo will take him down. Again, that gun advantage really showing here. It is shaping up to be a B execute here.
30 seconds left.
In the backside area, and now he will take a lot of damage. Panzer will be able to take him down, bringing things into a 4v4. Spike should be going down to the zone. As Trispos spots a player, slaying through the smoke, will get a kill as well. It is going to be Trispos trying to get these kills here, holding a really important position in this mid place here. As the Spike will safely go down, it is going to be maybe retake incoming for the side of Punish. One of the players from the side of Reckoning is close, so they are going to try and finish off this boss as soon as possible here. Lost Boss manages to get a kill, but Jojo is there for that trade. 3v2 right now.
One enemy
is really
remaining.
low. It's timing as he gets flashed. It's going to be just the Astra left right now in a 1v2 situation. Two of these players are low, get spotted, and will be taken down by Orange Leaf, bringing a 6th round on the board. Reckoning showing signs of life as they look staged to make this comeback.
Yeah, definitely the bonus not really working out for them on the back of the run back. Panzer found that in mid trade, and Triss was such a menace coming into his B main position that really allowed Lost to get in a big flank from B main towards the market position. Not only got 2 kills for himself, but also bought a little bit of time. This time around though, it's now down to Team Punish to have their own run and back with, which might force them to go a little bit more aggressive, but they are down to the cheaper weaponry in forms of the Spectres and the Sheriffs I see out there. This Reckoning looking for a change of pace, looking to get a little bit more aggressive towards this ace side. Webby God's initial peek denied, and there comes out the recon towards the ace side to get potentially a ping off. Doesn't find any information, but there goes out the Astra utility to help them hit the site. Just as I say that, JN's dash comes in, but it goes unclear as Jojo swings right out on the back of that hot hand thrown out by Flex. Then that's Reckoning are suddenly Punished are going to get into aggressive positions. Flex's Phantom though is down for 1 loss, is going to make Immutable pay for his aggression. Suddenly things are down to 3v3 at position. Lost looking to see if he can looking to see if he can get anything, but Webby pushes out and finds him. Lost with the instant trade though. Now things are down to this 2v2 situation, but Lost is into this drone, unaware of the flank clearly at this point, and he might just get taken down. It turns out the perfect time to fight the headshot onto Kawhi there. Webby God jumps out and Panzer makes him pay for that. Reckoning surely but slowly managing to hang on little by little.
It is going to be another round on the board for Reckoning, making up that deficit and bringing it closer and closer here. This is going to be the round of truth though, because if they can manage to make this work, if they can manage to get this round, it will open up the avenue to equalize the score lines and enable them to take a 3-0 into this finals, into the finals of this tournament. I think that's what they're really trying to do. They have finally managed to pick up the pace, they have picked up the momentum, and they have an attack strategy figured out. Both these teams are having so much trouble on defense right now, as compared to attacking, and smokes will come through. It doesn't be very good. Execute. Multiple players already stacked up here. Ajay and really aggressive angle here. The alarm bot will be put down as well to make sure nobody really pushes through. It is going to be Orange who tries to get the spike down. Might be already finding a player who is supposed to be taken down. Hunter's Fury will be popped early, and it will leave them without a counter onto this. It will leave them without a counter onto the side, as these players will be forced to fall back into vines. It is going to be Webby got kind of trapped here though. The Phoenix ult will be popped, however, and Webby got is looking for unfortunate position here. Mutable will be able to take down JN, and the first kill will be going in favor of Webby God here. Spike is starting to take this. Beautiful shot dot will take down Immutable. Second shot dot will take out Jojo as well. Lost was doing so much here for his team. 2 kills off that shock dart. It is going to be a double peak coming in right now. Notice the spike is not being diffused. Bit of a fake trap coming in, and peak will Panzer will take this round. It is going to be 8-9 for Reckoning. What a play coming in from Lost Boss. Whoa.
The shockness from Lost Boss managed to get 2 kills there. That's really clutch coming in. Things hope there's almost no hope coming in for Reckoning into this round as you know they weren't able to get the killjoy as they weren't able to get the killjoy out from the defenders, you know, which allowed them to get very quick retake on, but in the end Reckoning come out emerge victorious. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. That's going to give us a fair idea of the economy. Yeah, we do see another eco round coming in, which might prompt out some aggression coming out from the side of Team Punish, excuse me. We do see a beam in push coming in, which does get detected. Turret chimes in towards the player, I think in the safe shot position. Originally swings out, not going to get a kill yet, and he does suspect that he is being, you know, targeted from both ends right here, which is going to make him ever more cautious. Does manage to make a move in towards this mid side here. Let's just see what happens over here. Immutable looking to play dark contact on the back of that turret, but Reckoning are being extremely cautious with this turret. Will spot out Dress does do a little bit damage here, and that's going to see Reckoning enter a very slow pace. Maybe seeing if we can, you know, if Orange Leaf can really make a play over here. Recon comes in, but that's actually going to be a fake, and the rest of Reckoning are making their way on towards this B side. This drone towards mid is going to give them a little bit of information about where they might be potentially headed, and also could draw the rotation from multiple players as the sound gets, as the rotation is heard over here. 30 seconds on the clock, time is ticking. This could be a bloodbath coming in for Reckoning here, as 3 players are close to that CT smoke. Jojo's Sheriff is going to strike for 1, and JN's though really doesn't know about the player in backside. He does get spotted in the end. Orange Leafs get 1, but there comes the Phoenix Flash. It's perfect. The trade is there though. The clock is really ticking over here. Spike will get managed. Spike will get put down in the meantime, but no tags really found here for Lost in this. There comes the Killjoy ult from the attackers to hold down this side, and they get number 1, kill number 2, and even kill number 3 just before Immutable finds 1 kill for himself. Lost with the 3 piece in this round. That really helped them secure this round. Wow, that was really close for Reckoning. They got it really close for comfort by letting the clock run down there.
Yeah, they were being a little bit frivolous about it, but either way, at the end, they did have to invest that lockdown, which kind of sucked for them because it would have been really useful going to the next round. But the round will still be there, and more importantly, we have equalized scores right now, going from a 3-9 to a solid 9-9 score. What a comeback coming in for Reckoning here. Off the back of the players on this attacking side, and the good thing for Punish is that they do have multiple ults to work off right now. They do have the guns, they do have the ultimates, and they should be able to make this work. However, Immutable as the operator as well, this was will be taken down, and Immutable's position will be revealed by that tag. They will be trying to get into this A side right now. JN being really aggressive here, spots out the Phoenix in heaven as well. It is going to be JN holding those angles. The Spike attempts to go down. Current will go up as well for Orange League, but the Spike should be planted any second now. Why we got however will take that Spike carrier down. The unfortunate spam will be the Astra will be a casualty of that unfortunate spam. Immutable as well. Has that the Hunter's Spirit will be popped as well. Why we got however the smoke will go at exactly the wrong time and full. Why we got will find another kill here. Immutable can be pretty blind about it, and will toss the smoke with the short time and trying to see if he can get any damage coming in with that slider of it's located. It is going to be a 3-5 retake right now. Beautiful headshots coming in.
Wow.
Jojo will be able to get the trade onto him. It is going to be 2v3 right now. Lost was just playing for his shock darts, playing for his lineups. Will do damage on one player. It is going to be just so left right now. And the clutch again coming in from Lost was, man, these lineups. Average Jignesh in the house here has his ult again ready to go, and Reckoning finally take the lead. What a round.
Wow, lost the shock. That's a really coming clutch, and a lot of that, you know, is came in because of JN. Bought so much time of the clock there. The HP being so low prevented them from getting the spike, and Losses had to find 1 kill for himself, which got him the kill there. Reckoning again playing a little bit so placed over here. We saw them, you know, take a little bit of time to get the spike down there, which shouldn't be the case here. This time again, it doesn't look like there is the best economy available for the side of Team Punish. Shock does do come in, maybe looking for a kill, but hey, you're not lost. You're not going to be able to do that much damage. And JN's going to get aggressive towards the switch to, you know, to get the door closed. The tag comes out towards the Astra that's going to deny her from getting value over there, and now Kawhi still wanting to hold this backside position. Isn't going to find any value of that. Does get taken down, and JN though looking to trigger out his flank, does get taken out in the meantime. Flex though not looking to challenge the flank, will fall back. There comes out the Hunter's Fury and the Cosmic Divide to really string this round together. But it does look like Reckoning wants something else to say that, especially Driss. He's found 2 for himself, make that a 3-piece for himself, looking for kill number 4, but that's a running back on Flex, and he's been spotted, and they're gonna take him down just before he manages to take one. 11-9, Reckoning really dominating the scoreboard and the kill feed into these rounds, and they are looking towards match point and even tournament point after this round.
What a game, especially it's a good thing that Trisports died there after getting those 3 kills, because he will have his running back online yet again going into this round, feeling very pleased with himself after that 3k that he got. I think that things are just falling apart for Punish right now. They did show a really strong first half, but they seem to be having the same problem that Reckoning was on defense. They just can't put up against the onslaught of players really pushing in here, and it does seem to be a huge problem. Again, the running back will be coming through, player will be spotted here, but unfortunately Vibegod will be able to take him down. The Phoenix in his position will be spotted as well, I think, unless someone broke it. The Recon will spot out multiple players here, and shotgun from Kawaii might be able to do a little bit of damage here to players as well. They fall back waiting for the second shot, and the Recon will come through as well. Flex will get that first kill onto Orange Leaf, but Response will be able to get the trade immediately. They know that multiple players are stacked up here, but look at Juju's positioning here. Never mind, Panzer is like, you know what, I know exactly where you are, and takes him down. It is going to be a 4v3 coming in right now. There is still a player stuck on this A side. JN is still stuck here. Puts down a smoke to give the assumption that he crossed. In fact, uses it to cross over, and it's going to be Lost Boss holding as well as YB pushes forward here. Will double peek, however, will be able to take him down, and JN's going to be kind of stuck here. Or he might be able to he might have a really good position as well. It could go either way. Meanwhile, though, the other 2 players will be making their way onto that B side as JN comes in with a late look towards that mid area. This can the timing could either be really perfect or really bad here as JN just goes forward, and there are 2 players in this market area. Kawaii, however, will spot him down. The timing is sort of bad for him, and the wall bang will take JN down. It's gonna be a 3v2 retake incoming for the defenders here, and they do have a bunch of utility they can really work with. Response, here's one player drop, will peek at the ground, will peek at exactly the wrong second, and YB will get both these kills. Finally, after about 8 rounds of constant losing, Punish managed to get a round on that board, and things don't look so bleak.
Definitely, Team Punish have finally woken up from their deep slumber after having conceded so many rounds in a row. But Reckoning are still going to be in the driver's seat as they do have the economy to work with. Kawaii really clutch in the previous round, as he denied JN's position, as JN could have been in a position to do so much damage here. Now 11-10, they did invest the round back in the previous round. That means they don't have it to work for this round. But let's see how this round pans out. They looks like they are going to opt in for a little bit of an aggressive playstyle, like not going in for that slow burn playstyle we really see them going for, as they are headed to the B side. Astra utility is sent in. The initial Astra utility is being used, and so is the drone for Reckoning to potentially clear out these positions. And Lost does clear it out. It's going to launch out a recon instantly, and that's going to call for JN to dash. But the attacker killjoy ult does get called for, and there comes the counter killjoy ult as well. Now it's up to Reckoning if they choose to enter into this or no, and it does look like they are interested in this. Triss is gonna get positions right out of this. 2 players are detained in the attacker killjoy lockdown as no one chooses to take over there, and the dash comes in, and now they are going to maybe look for a kill on the detained. Immutable gets spotted out. He's going to pay with a headshot. The Jojo is there with a swing for the trade. JN with one more, and things are looking good for Reckoning right now as they have found themselves with a kill advantage. Flex though on the backstab catches Triss with the flame wall in his hand right now, and now it's down to JN and Panzer to find a way into this 2v2 to take them to match and series. But just as I say that, there's going to be 1 kill coming out. Kawaii though now gets spotted by JN's dash as well, and now he really needs to win out this 1v2 to keep his team into it and deny them to play for overtime. He does come out, but JN's blades are too good there. They get the kills. They're 12-10 as Reckoning, they bounce right back after having lost 1 round.
Wow, honestly, the kind of willpower and effort I'm seeing from Reckoning in this match is a whole other level because you saw them comfortably dominate in the other two maps. If not dominate, they at least they had a comfortable lead the entire time, and there was really no pressure. But to come back from a 3-9 scoreline to be able to take it to a 12-10 match point is just insane. The perseverance and the confidence on these players is it's really inspiring. That's the only word for it. With that though, I think that the side of Reckoning will be looking to close this out. So the other team doesn't really have. They are going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. You do hear a couple of sheriffs coming in. Not the best buy either. It is going to be hard for them to work with. Again, a bit of utility being spammed to try and stall, but I don't know if it's really going to be enough. Astra smokes will come through as well as the jet dashes inside. The Phoenix running back will be popped, however, not really much that's going to be done with it as Lost Box will take it down. Jane will manage to live to fight another day. Doja, however, will be able to take down Panzer here. Lost Box able to luckily get a trade here. It is going to be a 4v4 right now incoming. The Spike is here as well, and it should be planted anytime at this point. Bit of spam trying to come in if anyone's playing under heaven, but doesn't seem to be the case. It's gonna be a 4v4 retake as Lost Box will take down his counterpart Sova. He's like, you wanna wallbang me? I'm the OG wallbanger as he gets that player down. It is gonna be a 4v3 right now. One player on each team really low. The Killjoy as well as the other one. The Astra ult will come here. And JN pushing up just a little bit too aggressively will pay for it in the end. It's going to be just Jojo left right now, his position known as well. Tricefox and the Soa having interesting cross fight. There is no time here. There is no good play here, and it seems to be the end incoming unless Jojo pulls something really miraculous out of that drops. And Lost Box will get a 4K on the round, finishing things up. Reckoning will be taking this series 3-0. What a game. What a series of games coming in. What a dominating performance and what a comeback.
Reckoning really managing to do the impossible towards the end as they come down from a 9-3 deficit to pull out this ascent, attacking half with a 12-10 victory. Huge performances coming up from each and everyone. This is team performance right out. Lost stepping up with 4Ks, 3Ks, back-to-back rounds, really securing the previous round and even the rounds for himself. Tris, we saw so much value off the run back, and JN charge creating so much space for the team. Panzer and the rest of the team, and Orange Leaf, really great rounds coming in for them overall, and in the end, Reckoning emerged victorious coming out over here.
Yep, I think that both these teams did have a lot of trouble coming to defense, but luckily for Reckoning, they at least managed to pull 3 rounds off it as opposed to punish just 1 round. And I just don't know why they went wrong. Like, I mean, you could analyze it, you could look at what mistakes they were making, but at the end of the day, Reckoning does come out to be the superior team after that massive comeback and the clutches. My God, Lost Boss deserves so much credit for his team's win in that last match. The number of rounds he won off, his shock darts, the way he outplayed like in a 1v2 or a 1v3 in conjunction with that Astra utility as well, because one round we saw it was like a 2v4 or a 2v3, and the Astra gravity well combined with the Sova shock blast did so much damage that it was devastating. That's the only real word for it. And just the post plan coming in from this team, the way they were playing, the way Trist and Jane were both playing on side, buying as much time as possible for the other players on the team to be playing that post plan. It was just it was very textbook. It was very standard, but it was just so perfectly played, and there was no real counter to that coming in from the side of Punished. But what a series of games! Nice try to Punish. They did do well. It wasn't like any of these games were a complete rout. They were fairly close, but at the end of the day, by far, Reckoning does seem to be the stronger team here.
Yeah, Reckoning though did, in a lot of cases, did have a few holes on their offensive side. They really let the time run down in a lot of situations where it just came down to them winning those gunfights, which were in their favor, luckily today, and that really, helped them secure the round. But it was overall a team effort, as we saw each and every member from Reckoning really stepping up to the plate when required, like all of them having multi kills to work with, and yeah, really just a team game coming out from them overall. They're going to be really happy with, the way they performed today. But more than that, I think we need to, really put a stress upon how this is not the team Punished we're used to seeing coming out of this tournament. They are more of a defensive stronghold, and this is where we saw them actually crumble. We've seen them in so many cases really lock it down with the Astra Killjoy utility and the strongholds coming out. But I'm guessing it just wasn't possible today. I'm guessing that the fact that they lost so many rounds in a row, it wasn't also, putting them in situations where could they give Immutable the operator to play around that a little bit, and that's why, the only round he got it was towards the end, and even at that position he got droned out and tagged over there, so he didn't have, wasn't in positions to get the most out of it. And overall, Reckoning's aggression and these late round bursts really just proved out to be a little bit more heavier, as as you saw them opt in for a little bit of a slow burn playstyle towards the earlier half of the round, waiting for that aggression coming out from Team Punish and really letting them dictate the pace of the game.
I agree with you on all those points, and that's the point is that they had the aim and the firepower to really support that fast fire style. Even on rounds where they lost multiple players, when it was like a 3v5 or something, they still managed to hold together off the utility they were committing as well as the crossfires they were holding, and it just seemed like the side of Punish couldn't really do anything to counter that, and that's what like really ended up making them pay for it. But that was one of the most fantastic comebacks in a tournament that I've really seen. For coming back from 3-9 to win 13-10, that's just phenomenal. And I really admire how Reckoning had the willpower to really stage that comeback, winning 8 rounds in a row before they lost one, not taking that one round as an upset as well, just going on to win the entire thing. This is a very dominating performance. They definitely deserve that 50K they're getting in their hands on. I'm really happy for them. But meanwhile, though, that was a nice try coming in from Punish yet again. There will be other tournaments. They will come back stronger, I believe, because we did see them perform really, really well in the previous rounds of this tournament. And I don't know, Immutable just wasn't feeling himself today, I suppose, as opposed to JM. If you usually look at it, Immutable puts on like a much stronger performance. Either way, though, it is going to be the scorecard coming up for this map. Lost is going to be on top. What an impactful play! 27 kills, 13 deaths. It doesn't really tell the entire story though, because those 27 kills, a lot of them were on the attacking half. A lot of them were clutches in like 1v2s, off his shock darts, off his ultimate, off like just very precise gunplay coming in from him, and closely following that is just always creating so much space with that Phoenix, throwing that molly out to clear off angles, putting a firewall down onto that door when they in preparation for it to break. 4 first bloods for his team, followed by JN as well. Again, both these duelists really getting those first bloods. Orange Leaf and Panzer as well, playing perfect support. Panzer again with 13 assists. Poor guy. Like, I feel like he's just finding a lot of very unfortunate 120s or 140s, or he could just be getting those off the gravity wells that he's using along with the Sova utility. There was a lot of that going on. It was really well played by them. On the opposite side, though, for Team Punished, we do have Vibegor on top. We did see him on defense really rocking it up with that Killjoy utility, followed by Flex and Immutable. Again, Immutable, kind of weird to not see him on top, but it might just be an off day, or I just, like you said, they didn't have the money to buy an operator, let him perform at his full potential. Pretty unfortunate, but it is going to be him and Flex very close next to each other. Jojo and Kawhi are going to be closely following. If there is one thing that you can really say looking at this scorecard, it is so what if.
Yeah, definitely the loss. We did speak about how really important he was in this matchup. But let's not dwell on the score a little bit. Let's take a quick look at the player versus player matchup that we have coming out in this out of this game, and that should be our our MVP for this match, at least. Lost with 27 kills to his name and 13 deaths, 2.08 KD. On the other hand, we have Webby got 22 kills for himself, 15 deaths. But yeah, really great. We did see a little bit of the beauty of the killjoy that we see coming out from Webby, over to the attack. We saw how on ascent towards the A side retakes, they really denied Heaven using those killjoy molotovs from under Heaven and using an astro pull as a gravity well over there, which really made things so hard for Reckoning to get into that. And especially one of the rounds we saw 4-man save was thanks to how much utility and time we see burnt out by Webby and Jojo.
Definitely. I think that there was a lot of good utility combinations going on, but I feel like at the end of the day, the same thing that it always boils down to team play and trade. It was just that it was much better coming in for the side of Reckoning, especially on this map towards the attacking side. Sure, there were rounds where they lost a couple of players initially, but they always managed to make up for the deficit later and really play off each other, even when they were at an inherent disadvantage. They had no business winning some of those rounds, I tell you, but yet somehow they managed to make it work off talented players on their team. It's not that the team of Punished is bad. It's just that this team managed to play it really well, and we will be heading into the overall scorecard for this matchup as for this series as we go into it. Lost is going to be on top with a massive 66 kills coming off with Sova, 16 assists as well. You can see the man is really doing his job, and more than that, followed by Jayan. Again, the matches before this, we have seen him kind of like, play a bit chilled, for lack of a better word, but he really showed up when his team needed him today, with so many first splits, so much impact being created, 16 assists as well. As a Jet, when you have 16 assists, that means you're just doing so much damage for your team. Tryst as well, we saw him on that Sage, we saw him on that Phoenix, a lot of saw him on that Raze as well, so much impact being created. Again, 13 assists when your duelist is, okay, maybe some of it is off that Sage, but when your duelist player has a lot of assists, it really means that they are doing a lot of damage here. Orange Leaf and Panzer as well. Panzer, he didn't pop off as much as he did yesterday, but I guess he didn't really need to, because Lost and Jane kind of stepped up, and Panzer was like, you know what, let me just chill with my 35 assists here. I'll be your big brain Astra, man. It's all good.
Yeah, 35 assists on Ash is a huge figure. And he picked up the Viper coming into towards map number 2 on Icebox. That's going to be a great figure. He's going to be really happy with, had great impact, as we did mention. His counter Astra, Jojo only has 13 assists to his name, not really a performance we see coming out from him really, really often here today.
Yeah, I think that Jojo was not having a good game. Real unfortunate for him. Does have the kills, but well, he was more of he wasn't as effective for his team as Panzer, I would say. But either way, it was a GG. It was a good game coming, and it was a pleasure to watch and cast for. Certainly, I feel like I had a lot of fun. And Flex is gonna be on top for his team. 48-55, 13 assists. Not too bad. Immutable as well. Again, this is somebody who you expect to see around the 60 kill mark when it comes to 3 games. Throughout the tournament, we've seen such a power pack performance for him. I guess he might have just been a little bit burnt out or not feeling himself today. Happens to the best of us. Next time he will come back stronger. I really believe in that. Vibigor as well was the MVP for the match of Ascent. Did do really well. And if you're going to look at the overall PvP scores coming in, it's going to be Lost versus Flex. And Lost just has such a massive advantage. This is even more impressive considering that he is playing Initiator rather than, duelist role, because usually when you see these match MVPs, it is going to be duelist Abdal, but Lost is like, you know what, all I need is my Sova. You know how Sova says it, right? If you're not a good shot today, don't worry, there are other ways you can be useful. Well, he managed to do all that and managed to be a good shot as well, so definitely Lost popping off there.
Yep, definitely great games coming out. And Flex, we do speak about how we do expect him to have the greater impact for his team, and we really saw something great coming out from them. Not the best we see, but we've seen Flex really getting so much value of the running back. Especially we remember in his matchup against OS, outside esports, he really had a series. He was really feeling himself. So yeah, just a small thorn, just a small break in the step coming out for Team Punish. As we know, they will bounce back, and they will potentially in the future maybe 3-0 reckoning again. They might be a reverse sweep coming out for themselves, but just not in this tournament today, as Reckoning will be your champions for the day.
Yeah, I think it was very well deserved. And meanwhile, though, we have our giveaway winners for the day. It is going to be Sigma 7 walking away with the LogitechG Cup, and Suresh is and Abhilash are probably going to be getting their hands on the hoodies. To get your mug, to mail Platonia for your stuff. I think the email address should be in the description below. Apart from that, feel free to support your team in the chat. Even though we're done with it, you can still like drop in a couple of comments and engage in some tactical typing of your own, if you get my drift. Either way, though, that is going to be the end of the series coming in. This is the Logitech Esports League, where Team Reckoning will be your champions for this round of affairs. Anyway, huge shout out to Logitech. It is like such a pleasure that they managed to host such a tournament, such a platform to give all these talents a place to shine. I mean, they're not just people who make like good mice and keyboards and headphones. They're also like nice people who sponsor tournaments like this. So definitely huge shout out and thank you to them. This is gonna be me, your caster Zach, signing off, and with me is Rex Dreams, and hopefully we're here for the next iteration of this tournament, if not other ones.
girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
One enemy remaining.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Spike down. C.
I have the spike.
standing.